It is Mike Calta. Mike Calta Show. Good morning. It is Friday, August 16th, 2024. Coming to you live. How's everybody doing today? Good. Good to hear from you all. You wearing a Wolverine shirt?
Yeah.
That's pretty comical. I don't know what to say. It's very colorful.
Comical? Like
colorful.
A clown? Like I'm here to amuse you?
No. It's like
funny how.
It's like you in Spanish switched outfits today.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I expect him to wear the Wolverine shirt.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is a great shirt, Gio.
Yeah, I like the shirt.
Yeah.
Spanish doesn't wear Wolverine. Wolverine's too much of a star. Spanish wears like Green
Rogue.
Lantern.
That was very insulting. That was good.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
That was very good.
I'm glad it landed.
Yeah,
I thought this was cool.
Well done, sir.
Look, there's that guy who crashed into Emperors or whatever. Gold
He
Club.
killed a guy, didn't he?
Oh, did he kill a guy?
I think
Someone died.
Yeah.
And 2 are in the hospital still.
Bananas.
Oh, speaking of tour.
What?
Hawk tour.
Oh, yeah. I saw her yesterday.
Okay, so she threw the first pitch at a New York Mets game. Yeah. That like a real Mets game, not a
Minor
Paducah
league.
Mets,
Yeah.
not a real Mets game. And I have been trying all morning to find the audio of them introducing her. And all I got is the clip and they go, "Go ahead, Haley, it's your time to throw." But they don't say, "Please welcome the girl who spits on D's."
Yeah.
Like, I'm dying to know how they ended. And now making her way to the stage, the Hawk Tua girl. You know kids, Hawk Tua.
You know they didn't, though. You know they said, please welcome internet sensation or something like that. The
Social media influencer,
Yeah.
Haley
Mom,
Welch.
What is she famous for, Ma? I mean,
The kids know, though. That's the thing. That's who they're appealing to.
listen,
They
I
don't
am
have to
not.
ask mom who.
Yeah, but
I'm
I'm
not
not
like
like kids are at the Mets game.
Dude,
You know.
I told you that when we went to the Jake Paul, my kids were totally excited that Hawk Tua Girl was there.
Right.
And my
That
daughter
is
goes, I
insane to
can't
me.
believe I saw Hawk Tua Girl in person.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And does she? And I'm not trying to bait you as a
I
father. Does
don't
she?
know.
I mean, she has to know.
I think so, but I don't ask.
Both your daughters are in high school.
They are now, yeah.
They know.
Come on.
Oh,
Now, listen,
man.
peanut butter.
I'm
They're
not-
not just like a bunch of slutty
I'm
whores.
not saying. First off, you don't know. You didn't even know they shaved their legs, Dad. Like, come on.
Just take it easy. My youngest daughter's been in high school for a week now. That's
Yeah,
it.
she started shaving in middle school
Yeah.
because she didn't want to be a freak. You know what I mean?
Just
Like-
so you know, Mike, on here from Major League Baseball, from their account, it says viral internet star Haley Welch
Yeah.
throughout. Yeah, so
The
but
Hawk
I don't know.
Tua.
Yeah, I don't know how the announcer.
I just don't understand that. I don't. This is. I mean, I don't know.
She's America's sweetheart.
yeah.
She's goofy, and everybody likes her. And
She's a dime a dozen.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
She's a dime a dozen. She's the. And again, I want to point out, I'm not mad at her. Take whatever you can and run with it. If she's making money off of us being stupid, do it. That's every girl that has an OnlyFans. I'm all for it all. But I don't understand. Like, I'm glad that this girl, she's one of those people like that we're gonna go for the rest of our lives. She's one of those people that we're going to go, but she didn't even do anything. She didn't have any talent. She didn't, that's it. I've already accepted that. But the idea of why she's famous and the fact that they would introduce her at a baseball game, a family baseball game, it blows my mind.
Rank them in order of how they should be famous, okay? For qualifying for what they do, what they've done, whatever. How should they be famous in what order? William Hung from American Idol.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Pauly D
Yeah.
from Jersey
Jersey
Shore, and Haley Welch from Hawk Tua.
Oh.
Okay.
I got mine.
I know mine.
Pauly D does the most work. He was on a TV show. He is a DJ. He's prolonged that way after the series. He's put the most work in. He should be the most famous.
Okay.
Haley Welch and William Hung, I want to say, are a tie, and here's why. William Hung is 20 years ago or 18 years ago, whereas Haley Welch is just happening now. She may be in William Hung's territory in 15 years, but also William Hung didn't have podcasts and didn't have all the other stuff that existed when he was famous. I'm going to have to say Pauly D, number one, the other two idiots tied for number two. What do you think?
I would say definitely Pauly D number one because he's funny, he's engaging, Like he took it and ran with it, like
Right.
you said, but had some talent. He can DJ. He's an entertaining personality.
Yeah.
I would say William Hung probably second. Because yes, he was bad, but he was also delusional. But he went on a talent show, and
And he
was like
bangs.
and she just, by the luck of the draw, stumbled past this dude with the camera, and so
And dude with the camera is sitting there going, but I started all this.
yeah.
This is my video.
But
Yeah.
he probably interviewed 30, 40, 50 girls that night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
probably does it every weekend.
and probably thought, oh, this is pretty funny. Had no idea this was going to
No.
blow up like it did. By the way,
way.
now every person's trying to do interviews outside of bars and
Yeah.
stuff. I saw a guy the other day, and here's what I hate. Get your own thing. Like, do your own thing. Stop trying to be somebody else or do something, whatever. There was a guy the other day that I saw, and he was talking to this younger guy and younger girl, and he's wearing a black turtleneck. He has his hair slicked back. He has glasses on, and he's doing a German accent. Mike Myers, Sprockets.
Dieter.
yeah.
Yeah. And I go, oh, what are we doing?
Is Hot Tua any different than Cash Me Outside?
Yes.
Yes.
Cash Me Outside had
That's
bad upbringing.
and Catch Me Outside that's her. Like, that's her.
But
Yeah, she wasn't putting on
if she
an
doesn't
act.
say Cash Me Outside, she's not famous. There's
But
a million
neither is
people
that
on Dr.
Haley
Phil.
girl.
I said they're in the same.
Yeah.
They're basically the same thing. She's
Yeah.
like the next Cash Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside girl made so much goddamn money. I was looking at a video the other day where she posted her OnlyFans, how much money she makes. It's
Oh.
unbelievable.
And she doesn't even get naked.
Right. And she had a few things going for her. She was attractive. She was underage. So creeps were like, oh, I can't wait till she turns 18.
Shake
You know.
huge can.
And then
Yeah.
started rapping and doing that. And seems by all reports, that's her. Like, she's very
Yeah.
Yeah.
attitude, was going to beat up her mom and Dr. Phil and everything else.
I think Hot Tua is exactly what you get in all the videos
Right.
and stuff.
I'm a crack baby.
Dumb,
and-
goofy.
Yeah.
That's what adds to it is that
country.
she's got a good story.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tua, throw the pitch.
I
She's
just
that
want
little
Frank
what?
Lizzie.
What's that little mouse? The little mouse that went to New York.
Fievel?
Fievel.
Oh,
She's
Fievel.
Fievel is what
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
It's a fish out of water story everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
Now,
Can't-
can I tell you, based on your Pauly D, Haley, and
Yeah.
William Hung?
yeah.
Pauly D, 5 million followers. Haley Welsh,
Well.
2.3
Yeah.
million followers.
Different times. Different times.
William Hung, 7,000 followers.
Yeah. Nobody. He's a one-trick pony.
He's. I mean, that was 20 years ago, probably now.
William Hung is still getting paid to do appearances. Though.
Yes.
Like,
Probably.
they still
Is
have
he?
him show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they
He's
have.
doing cameos.
No, I guarantee that
Corporate
they
events.
have corporate events,
Yeah.
birthday parties,
As a
someone
goof.
here to sing
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Yep.
William. Oh, happy birthday.
How about it's been so long that now that when you have a corporate event, somebody leans over and goes, "Why did we get a retarded Asian man to come
Yeah,
sing to Bill
yeah.
for his birthday?" You're like, "Oh, it's going to backfire."
Yeah. My old job had Hot Tua girls show up at the Christmas
Yeah.
party.
Right.
It's interesting about those corporate events because Adam Sandler was on with Joe Rogan the other day, and they were talking about it, and they were talking about different people about doing the corporate events, and they all hate it. They hate it more than anything. That Tony Hinchcliffe was doing it. Adam Sandler. Can you imagine how much you're paying for Adam Sandler to come and do it? Like Dana Carvey and David Spade talk about it. But they say the money is so good.
Sure.
They know it's going to be terrible,
Yeah.
but they have to do it because the money. Because they'd be Ron White. Joe Rogan was talking about Ron White. He goes, I don't do corporate gigs, blah, blah, blah. He goes, but then I told him no, and they came back with more money. I said no, and then they doubled that, and I said, well, I have to.
Yeah.
And they usually have to work clean when they're there.
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah. And David Spade's so funny. he's like, hey, do whatever you want, this and that. Make fun of Sarah. She's a real whore. Our boss only has one ball, this and that. And he goes, so then I'll say something, and everyone will be like, Jesus Christ, why would you say that?
They gave him a list of
Yeah.
stuff.
He's like, why did you tell me to say that?
So in what year was this? We were doing afternoons, and that Cox had a corporate thing in Orlando, and they came to me and they were like, "We give out these things called Coxie Awards. They actually have awards made, and basically it was you gave it to the bigwigs in the company." And you would just, it was no award show. You would just appear during their conferences and you would stop the conference and you would roast them and give them an award. And I was like, okay. And they're like, we want you to come and give out the Coxies. And I said, okay. So I went over there and they were like, I go, who am I giving it to? And they're like, you're giving it to John, you're giving it to Ben. And I go, like, I don't know these people. How am I supposed to roast them? And they were like, oh, you can do it. Blah, 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 blah. First one up was John Shea, who was the program director in Long Island where Roger and JP work. Never met the guy before. He was a fat Italian guy. So I went up there in the middle of the thing and called him, made fat Italian Sopranos jokes. And everybody was afraid. He was so mad. They were like, he's real sensitive. And I go, okay, well, you guys told me to go.
Yeah.
They gave me, after that, they gave me some guidelines. They were like, here's like Kim Guthrie. She was the head of the company at the time. They go, she is getting the Lindsey Vonn Award because she is a skier and blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is the dumbest corporate BS. So I said to her something to the effect of, I hope she ends up skiing instead of Lindsey Vonn like Sonny Bono and crashes into a tree. You know? And she loved it. You know? And there was another guy, the guy who heads country music for CMG. His name is Johnny Chang. He's an Asian guy. And John Brennan and I wrote the thing together, and John goes, when I think country music, I think Garth Brooks, George Strait, Johnny Chang. And then I gave him the award, and when he came at me, he came walking towards me, and I stopped, and I go, don't try any of that kung fu stuff. And everybody was like, ooh. I go, okay, this is why people don't want to do these sort of things, because you can't make any joke. Meanwhile, Johnny Chang's like, that's the funniest goddamn thing I ever heard.
Canceled.
Yeah, but that was the thing. And so now you know why these comedians really don't want to do this stuff, because they go out there and they're given this opportunity, and then they are afraid to say anything because they get canceled or they get in trouble for it, or somebody gets offended. I don't know. If you went to a Mets game last night and you brought your kids to that game and the hawk to a girl through the first pitch, one of two things goes through my mind. One is, I can't believe that this is happening, and the other one is, look, kids, you can do it. You can be famous. You can do anything you want. Now look at Amanda Pappas and tell me she's not.
I'm sorry, she's not what?
She's not beautiful.
Like, there you go. That's appropriate.
Yeah, no. She's gorgeous, and we have other questions. About her. We were talking about it off the air.
You got a raccoon in your pocket?
Does she? This morning, I was coming downstairs and I looked over at the garbage can, and then the raccoons were there doing the one hand lift of the lid.
It's sneaky, Michael.
It's the most adorable thing.
Joe, I told you about the placement. You didn't take my tips.
No, well, I haven't done your tip yet.
That was not Joe's fault. My son brings in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Joe is just a put them out. My son brings them in.
The can placement is everything.
I will arrange them today. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Joe, because I watched the raccoon, the little baby raccoon, climb up the back of the garbage can and then open the lid with one hand. So there's really nothing. There's nothing you can do.
Jojo told me that if you put cinnamon out there, they will avoid it.
Yeah, but then you got a bunch of sneezing baby raccoons.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that.
Throw some salt out there. You keep the ghosts away too.
I feel like Mike's encouraging the raccoons to come.
I mean, every once in a while I have to go out there and pick up an old bread paper, wrap or something, an old Starbucks wrap they pulled out of there. I'm not so bad. I wish I could just feed the little raccoons.
I was going to say, I'm sure you could find some feeder that has like a time delay, and it'll just give them whatever they.
Yeah, put it on the side of the house or something.
So they don't. They'll still probably go over my neighbors.
It drops like a cheeseburger.
Hot dogs. They love hot dogs.
It's not a geo feeder. It's a raccoon feeder.
Oh my god.
What if they made the garbage cans where there was a little slot at the bottom where the food just falls out the bottom and the raccoons come and take it?
I would love that, by the way.
Me too.
I told you the most adorable thing was the Burger King that's on the corner of Waters and Dale Mabry. Next to it, to the right of it, there's a car wash now, but it used to just be woods. And the raccoons would just come out in a line and just be like, fries, please. Yeah. And everyone would give them fries. They were like, we found the best place to live ever in the world. Right next to a Burger King. You got the dumpster. Whenever it's closed, we can go through the dumpster. When it's open, you just go out there and look adorable and put your little hands out. And you get all kinds of stuff.
Why do you think they're so adorable? Because they are gross rats.
Hands and
hands is what it is.
Face.
And the coloring
eyes.
and stuff. They get the little mask and they're cute. Yeah. I got to tell you, people... Some people keep raccoons as pets, and they are very friendly and very
smart.
Interactive.
Oh, Moose had a squirrel.
I don't know. Growing up, some friends of ours had little raccoons, and they were adorable.
Yeah.
They'll attack you, though, too, sometimes.
Yeah,
I know. Well, this one here, it got in attack mode.
Yeah.
And I opened the door, and I went like this. I went, "Brr," and it took a couple of steps back, and then it took a couple of steps forward. Like it went not back down. I was like, that's adorable.
It's crazy.
Joe?
Yes, Michael.
Thank you for all your can work yesterday under duress.
Oh, thank you. It's no problem, Michael. I enjoy it.
I went out there yesterday. I saw the videos that were made.
Yeah, I was unaware that I was being videotaped. I did not give Gio my permission.
You're in
You're
public.
outside,
We've
yeah.
learned that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Nothing you can do.
You're dismissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of those old people that doesn't understand how video works.
Kick rocks.
Lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did see the video. I thought you did a great job, and I appreciate it. Even though these people here spent the day yesterday just dumping on our plans.
By the way, I don't know whether you put any music to it or not, but you just made me think of whenever you said Joe just is a bring 'em out guy, like he just brings out whatever, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Well, I don't know. We could do it next week unless you you're not doing unless you guys talked you into not doing garbage anymore.
Who said
I
that?
don't know. The sentiment yesterday was that
Not
No,
from
no, no.
me.
not from you.
No. Old man can do whatever he wants.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm not doing any chores.
No, it wasn't just you
That's all I'm
guys.
saying.
I also got also got a lot of comments yesterday about how I was, some
Taking
things about
advantage.
slaves and stuff. Yeah, it didn't work out very well.
Taking
Didn't-
advantage of an old man.
Yeah.
something like that.
The term is indentured servant.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Heavy on the dentures.
Yeah.
Hey, my choppers are solid.
He's
though.
a servant that wears dentures. That's
little bit
different than
different, yeah.
indenture.
Oh my god.
So that was what it was. You guys drove me to over the edge yesterday.
Oh no.
I mean, we talked about it on the air for a couple of days, and I ended up going. I did something yesterday that I never do.
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Yeah, do it.
But
Right.
it was interesting. I was in Sarasota, and a lovely lady at the speaker. Hi, may I welcome to Taco Bell? May I help you? Yes, I would like to try. I got a steak burrito.
Oh.
Just a little burrito with some steak in it. And my wife got a number 11, which I still to this time have no idea what it is. And I pulled up to the window and I paid for it. And I opened up my steak burrito, which contained no steak, but inside was some crunchy strip things, like maybe like colorful tortilla chip strips, something like that. Maybe even a Dorito or something. I don't know. Then my wife pulled out these chalupa things. I don't think we got the right order.
Probably not,
But then I
yeah.
thought, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's
it's
all the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
The layers in which they wrap the same cheese and
Yeah.
meat is the same thing. So whatever we had was delightful.
Were the chalupas little?
No,
Oh man, because they got this
they were
new.
street chalupas.
Those are the new
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
oh, well,
those,
they did not give her the right one.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
what
the
they
street
gave
chalupas-
her were giant.
Yeah.
The
those are
regular.
yeah.
Yeah, and they have like the kind of fried shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go
Jim
right now.
Jim Gaffigan has a great bit. He said that he used to work in a Mexican restaurant, and people would go, "What's in the burrito?" And he goes, "It's your choice of protein: lettuce, sour cream, wrapped in a flour tortilla." And they go, "Okay, what's in a taco?" And he goes, "It's your choice of protein with lettuce, tomato, sour cream, wrapped in a tortilla." Like everything is
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
the
It's
same.
the same.
It's just we fry this one. This one's crunchy. This one we throw some ham in. Who knows?
We left, and I thought, I'm definitely not eating what I ordered. There's no steak in this, and I didn't care. I'm not even complaining about it. I didn't care at all. It did have it was a weird. The woman who helped me out had extremely large breasts. Yeah, and not in
Those
a
on the
sexy
menu?
way. No,
Oh, right.
not in a sexy way, and was not wearing a bra. So they were very much at her waistline, and I thought, this can't be uniform. Like, how did this is and it was just awkward because it looked like she was wearing a tube, like something went off in the water, like she inflated. And I thought, what must she do? She must have to wear a 4X shirt just to get them around those things. And then it probably hurts her to wear a bra. So she just lets them hang down there.
Set 'em free.
This is what it is.
And you don't know if she's fat or not. You know what I mean? Like
She has skinny shoulders.
yeah.
She had skinny shoulders.
Because a lot of times you'll see women like that, and you're like, "Oh, look at this fatty," and then you're like, "Oh, she's not really fat though. It's like all right there. It's just all boob."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than when you're seeing a girl and she wears baggy clothes and you don't know, and then she gets naked and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, secret hot body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so long since that happened, Spanish.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
I imagine it's usually the opposite when I take off my clothes for women. They're like,
I
oh.
imagine that, too.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I think
not
it's
this
it's a
again.
lot of that's what I expected. That tracks. Seems about right.
How is that going?
The same. So nothing really going on.
You're letting me down.
Listen, how do you think I feel?
As an old married man, I look to live through you.
Yeah.
Are you
No.
like not trying or?
I'm trying. Oh,
Oh.
You're on a nice run there for a minute.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it goes. It'll be like, a month or two where I'll get 1 million matches, and then there's a couple months where nothing.
Lining them up.
I keep waiting to see an op-ed letter to the show that called me.
Oh, God.
What's her name?
Elliot
Page.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like this woman writing an op-ed piece about how she was belittled on the air for looking like Elliot Page, and then it gets picked up by like the New York Times and all that. Yeah, that would be pretty awful.
My fear is one of these girls that I'm messaging with is going to, like, take my messages and post them somewhere. And be
Why?
Like,
Like, what are you saying?
Nothing really.
Oh, dirty stuff.
No, nothing bad, but just like,
But you know what's so
embarrassing.
hard?
Like,
I do that. I talk to everybody, and a lot of my stuff is like I told you the other day. Some girl wrote me a message, and it said, she said something about going to kick my ass, but changed kick to lick, and I thought that was hilarious. But you now look at that conversation out of context, and it looks way worse than this. Who cares?
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's self-conscious, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to stop worrying about what people think.
Tell me about it.
Who gives a flying F Spanish? Especially you. You got. I'd have to explain to my wife why I was having a conversation with a girl about not kicking my ass.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain anything to anybody.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Well, yeah, I guess. But, when you Google me, some interesting things come up for sure.
Oh, I got to Google you. Then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you Why don't you go to one of those places that changes your online reputation?
I thought about it.
It's expensive, isn't it?
I don't know. I
Does
didn't
it
look
say
that far
sad
into it.
weirdo first?
No, it doesn't say sad weirdo, but I just imagined because one of the first girls I started dating did Google me, and that's how I figured all this out because she was like, "This."
Is it a string of mugshots?
There are some, and
My favorite is the one where you were crying.
Yeah.
But chicks
and-
like that, I think.
Yeah, well,
Sensitive.
Yeah, but wait, okay, so you Google it up and there's a mugshot picture of you crying, and then you go, "What is this?" And you go, "This is when I was 18 years old and my girlfriend broke up with me, and I got." It's like a sad story. Then at the end of it,
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh, I feel bad."
I actually caught her sleeping with my best friend
Right,
at the time, and
right.
yeah.
So you're like, and then you're like, "Well, that's terrible." You're
Yeah.
and then you go from thinking something's bad about you to feeling bad for you.
Yeah.
Instant remorse.
I gotta tell you, I googled you. Nothing bad really comes up.
Is there that news article that comes up? Because that's what I was talking about there. What happened in March, somebody wrote a news article about it. And then this
Who?
girl I linked up with, I don't remember. I just remember reading it.
If you're not sure, Mike said, "Who?"
Yeah. It was
Somebody
Okay, it says
wrote an
Spanish
article.
Yeah, it says Spanish is okay and just overslept or his phone died, according to an on-air discussion. That's all it says.
Oh, there was a whole article because this girl. The reason why I bring this up is because this girl that I started dating, like a couple months after March, brought that up, and she had it on her phone, and she
Is
showed me.
that
And I
one?
read
The
through
top
it.
one?
It's a lady that wrote it. I can tell you if you want to know.
What is her name?
It is Melissa Willits.
And what does she know? And where is she writing it? What is this outlet?
So it is from Distractify. Is the-
Care.
That's not
What do
me.
you-
It's
I
like a
don't want
blog.
to get
No, no.
distracted.
But it's the
Somebody could
first-
be like, "There's a Distractify blog about you."
It's not that. It's that like I said, like she brought it up on like our second date, and
it's
she
the
was
first.
like,
Yeah, it's like the first like thing like that's in the all.
You
in
gotta know how to-
Spanish.
They use the greatest picture, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to know how to smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. You got to go, yeah, that's how famous I am. That
Hello,
people are writing
ladies.
articles
Yeah.
about me.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
her concern was that I was a raging alcoholic and, needed to get it together. And I
And
was
the
like,
pic-
you're partially right.
I would say the picture does not help. You're in Mike's bathroom.
Yeah.
And you look hammered because you're taking a selfie and you have your collar popped.
You know what I would like to say? Let's find out about her. Let's dig into
Yeah.
her life.
Yeah.
And
She
see what's
related
going
to
on
Kathy
that-
Willits?
That she's
Yeah.
so
Oh,
perfect.
She took that from your Instagram, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So, yeah.
But when you go to your pictures, oh no, there's a lot of
Yeah.
shirtless pictures.
Yeah,
of
I
you
do
and
that.
guys.
They should have hit me up. I got a picture of him naked in the mirror where you can see his butt in the back.
yeah.
But literally, there's a picture of Dizzy holding him from behind and kissing him on the ear.
Dude.
That's from the cruise.
And yeah, and then there's another picture. It looks like he's at the castle with wings and a tutu on.
And what is this woman's name?
Those are just the images that you get if you search.
No, I know, but what is her name? The one who wrote the article?
from Distractified Melissa Willett.
And what is Distractified?
Yeah.
Does anybody even know what this is?
Sounds like that's a
Just
thing.
some kind of blog.
And then
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love it. So
Yeah.
this is more of a testament to how famous you are.
I guess, yeah.
People
But,
are writing. Oh, wait till they make documentaries about you. Then you know you've really made it.
yeah. Well, sorry,
today's-
Carmen.
I was gonna say that today's top story is about Matthew Perry. So just think, you're like on the same level as him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, maybe it's just about sad weirdos.
Yeah, maybe. But two girls
People
now.
dying from drugs.
Yeah.
Two girls now have asked me about that article that I've matched with on Hinge.
And this is what you do. This is what you do. You go. You just give them a wink and
Yeah, don't worry
that's
about
me.
it.
That's how famous I am.
So
Yeah.
you'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check me in my
If you're lucky,
hammock.
you'll get your own blog article.
They actually they almost have 100,000 followers on Instagram.
Well, who doesn't? Come on,
You?
Me?
Any of us? Like,
on Instagram. I don't. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Twitter,
but
yeah.
yeah, on Instagram they almost have 95,000. That's pretty good.
Can I tell you that every day I check the Instagram and it shows me a bunch of new followers. Anytime I say we're on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show, we get about 10, 20 new followers. For some reason, we never break the 52,500 barrier. Like we can get 5,000 in a day and it still says 52,500 or 55,200, whatever it is. It's weird. It's like it
is
stopped
weird.
calculating.
I've had the same 30,000 Twitter followers for the past 8 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Twitter's the word. I have
it's
100,000 Twitter followers. I would say 70,000 of them are fake.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Did you know on Instagram you can get rid of your fake followers?
Yes, I did that. On
Yeah.
our show page, I went through and I got all the ones that had no pictures and no post on there, and I reviewed them all. It took me forever to go through it all.
No, they have a thing now that if you go to your main page and you click followers, it will have flagged accounts.
Yes, that was what I was flagged.
Yeah, it was flagged accounts. I got rid of like over 400 people.
Yeah, it was flagged for review, so you can go and just get rid of the ones.
I just
that
got
are
rid of all
fake
of
ones,
them.
yeah.
I didn't review them. I was like,
Yeah.
bye.
Every once in a while, I go take a dump and I'll go through a couple hundred of them. Yeah, I don't want fake followers. There's no joy in having 100,000 followers and half of them being fake. And I'm never buying followers or any of that nonsense. It doesn't matter to me.
And you can tell the people that do because they'll have 100,000 followers and their pictures only have 10 likes.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't add up at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're pretty good representative of what we have to what we get. I mean, every picture gets a couple hundred likes. Every video we gets 7 to 10,000 views. I'm happy with that. As long as it's catering to our listening audience, that's all I care about. It makes it a lot easier and more realistic. Today we were supposed to have Duncan Trussell on the show, and he canceled. He didn't cancel, but the club couldn't get him here, so that's not happening today.
Yeah, and
Did anybody reach out to you yesterday with the question about Baker Mayfield?
No.
I got to talk to you about that off the air.
All right.
There's an opportunity to do something with Baker Mayfield. I think I'm going to pass on it, but you can do it if you want to do it.
All right.
I don't.
I mean-
I don't really know what it is, or I'd bring it all up right now. I got to go look it up in the email. I'm not hiding anything.
He is a friend of mine, so I would.
I mean, I heard that. I saw
Yeah.
that video.
I got proof. I couldn't say it with a straight face.
That was good.
I like him. I can't wait to watch football this season. I really can.
Yeah.
He just seems like he's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
We win or lose, we're gonna have a good time.
He was fun to talk to. Like
Yeah.
he was a super nice guy.
Which,
Yeah.
talking about football,
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
yes,
Oh, I'm
Friday
so
night.
Jealous.
First kickoff classic is tonight. For
Now, what do you do?
Chamberlain.
Do you run out ahead of the team and break the banner?
No. It was funny because it's Wharton is kind of like up in Wesley Chapel area. So Blaine and Ashley are coming. And I said, yay, I have someone to sit with. And Blaine was like, you're not going to be on the field? I was like, why would I
with
be on?
the clipboard and the pen,
Yeah.
and
Why
you're like,
would I be
you're the team mother.
No, you're not on the field.
No, that
No,
is-
coaches' wives are always in the stands.
Yes.
You're more than a coach's wife. You're
Yeah.
you're a team mother.
Listen, I already told Chad, like, if he needed me to get them water or do anything like that, like, I definitely will. But I don't want, like, the parents to see me and be like, well, I want to be on the field too.
Carmen, you are Sandra Bullock. I expect you out there in heels and a
Yeah.
dress and your hair blown out.
I've been trying to get a headset for this whole time. And Chad's like, we'll see. I got them connected. Listen, I'm the one who got them working for them. I feel like I should get one at least.
The
but-
headsets?
Yeah, headset. I just
Yeah.
want to talk to him like, hey, guys. It's
Yeah.
looking great out there.
That's so funny.
But I'm very excited.
Oh,
They're really
man.
excited. Last night we did team dinner. PDQ came through
Oh.
with a lot of chicken strips.
PDQ is always good like that to take care of people.
Yeah.
They are great like that.
You know how hard it is to drive around with 150 chicken tenders in your car and not
Yes.
eat any of them?
I've been there. I've been there. I know it. I know what it's like. I've done the same thing with cheeseburgers and hamburgers from McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was torture, but
Yeah.
also just delightful.
I called one time. I was getting hamburgers for the girls from Pace one time, and I called McDonald's and I said, "Hey, I'm coming through tomorrow, and I'm going to need to have 100 hamburgers and 100 cheeseburgers and 100 fries. Should I order that now?" And they were like, "No." And I go, "When should I order it?" They go, "Just when you get here." And I went,
What?
"Okay." Man, they were ready to go. I went over and I
Really?
said, 100 cheeseburgers, 100 hamburgers, and fries. And they were like, "Okay, it's going to be like 5 minutes." And sure enough, they brought it out to my car in a box. I went, "All right."
All I can think of when you do that is 55 cheeseburgers, 55 fries, 55 Cokes, 55 milkshakes.
All right, it's Friday. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you what we have to give away. We'll play a little Sporkle. We'll give away. We got a lot of stuff to give away that's tonight. I know tonight is Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago. I don't know if we have any of those left. I know we've got coming up tickets to see Imposters of Rock. Carmen will tell us what that is when we come back.
You had hinted that you were going to Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Is that happening or
no,
no?
no, it's not.
Yeah, I didn't think
No,
so.
no.
I will be out there.
You got a free.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, of course.
You're free this weekend, though. I thought. Like,
I am
He's
free.
not
I'm gonna. I have other plans, so I have other things to do.
where are you going?
Oh, yeah.
Invite.
All of a sudden,
You're welcome to
all of
come.
a sudden.
What about us?
What about you guys?
Spanish has
I
been
mean-
holding his weekend free
Yeah,
all week.
you said you wanted to hang out.
He's been
Yeah.
writing everything in pencil so he can erase it whenever you say, let's go.
That's true.
I'll see you on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, well,
Where?
I don't know, wherever.
You want to
Maybe
go to the
See
high
you on
school?
Sunday when you come over and clean the garage.
Yeah.
Let's go to the high school football game.
Can we clean tomorrow?
Oh,
What?
Saturday?
Would
I
that be
can't.
fun?
Yeah.
Ruin your Saturday?
Yeah.
If you guys do that, I'll let you jump in the pool at the end.
Oh,
But
and play with the raccoons.
No swimming. You just jump in and jump right back
All
out.
right.
Pool
Yeah.
privileges.
Leave your clothes on.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yes, Michael.
you and Spanish come over and we'll clean the garage. And Mom, the tree man, could go sleep out by the pool while we're doing it. She can enjoy a lovely day
Yeah.
outside.
Or trim the trees.
Ooh,
does
does she have skills?
Yeah, of course. Tree man's in her name.
Is Tom going to be here too for Mom, the tree man?
Oh, I gotta get with Tom too. I
Tom
need
and Mom?
Tom and Mom sitting in a tree. TRIMMING.
Tom and Mom cutting down a tree. Oh,
This is great.
Tom, I need you. Avengers assemble. All right, let's take a break. Sporkle's next. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is one of Yes, we do. I love Chicago, but I just saw them. I just saw them recently.
Yeah, I saw
So
him
I'm
recently
good
too.
there.
But, there's one of those ones that they have so many hits.
Oh, I
and
know.
Earth, Wind, and Fire together. It's,
Yeah.
it's a great show.
Yep. No, I'm sure it will be. Well, Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
So we do have one pair left for that show tonight with Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You actually go with Galvin?
Maybe.
We also have tickets for Train with REO Speedwagon,
Okay.
30 Seconds to Mars,
Okay.
Stone Temple Pilots,
Hmm.
and Imposters of Rock.
Nice.
All right. You'll have your choice of tickets, and it happens right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Galvin won yesterday and doubled my score, removing the rule. So the rule is wide open. Anybody's game. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge, scorekeeper, and trash maintenance
Thank you, Michael.
supervisor. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today you are going to be playing Can You Finish the Theme Phrases, okay? All the phrases are similar, and you're just going to finish them for me,
All right.
okay? Very simple. You'll catch on. It's not that hard.
Oh, you make it like we're stupid.
Nope. I saw your face, and you're like, what's the theme?
You morons will figure it out.
After the first two, you'll realize what the theme is,
Okay.
All right.
okay?
So what are we doing?
You're finishing the phrases.
All right.
You're giving me the last word.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, here we go. Finish the phrases. State of the
Mine. Oh,
Grace. Oh.
Union.
State of the
World.
state of the art.
Oh, state of the art. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Now, does this next one have something to do with that one or no?
Nope. You'll see the theme right here.
They all start with A.
Speak of the
Devil.
Mike. You guys get the theme?
No.
Okay. Salt of the
Earth.
Galvin.
No.
Judge.
I thought that was Geo.
Thank you.
Gio gets the point. Run of the
Mill.
Gio. Rules of the
Game.
rules of the rules of the road. Rules of the road. Proof of
Pudding.
the
Yeah.
Gio.
Proof of the
Proof
pudding.
of the pudding?
Purchase. Proof of the pudding.
Proof of the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
Proof.
the saying.
The
There's no
saying
whipped
is
cream for that pudding. It's
Yeah.
Spanish ate it.
I did not.
I.
So Geo does not get that point?
No, Gio gets the point.
Okay.
That is what I was looking for.
Mike Olivero would like to correct you about not only the vent cleaning, who does that, whether Cody's calling us or we're calling him. Monster Jam is actually at Amalie Arena, and it's Saturday, 2 shows, 1 show Sunday.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
By
And
the
we
way,
don't have tickets
He
for
didn't
that.
preface with all that. He was just letting us know.
Yeah,
that it's I threw in the extra stuff.
Yeah. You got to punch it up a little bit.
Yeah, so it's at Amalie, 2 shows on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Okay, back to finishing the phrases. Piece of the
Pie.
Geo, of course. Pick of the
Glitter.
Geo. Out of the
Box.
Ordinary.
World. Out of the world.
out of the blank.
Frying pan into the fire.
Out of the ballpark.
Okay.
Neck of the
Woods.
Geo. And Pap. We're halfway there.
Jeez.
This is surprising. Spanish and Galvin both with 0. Michael with a single point. Geo is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Oh.
Is there a theme I'm not getting?
Yeah, me either.
You aren't getting it?
Yeah,
No.
Gio knows it because Gio's answering before she even asked, so I don't know what it is either.
He cracked the code.
Would you guys like me to tell you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us.
Whoa.
Rig the game against me always.
No, I'm not. Jesus. All right. I won't tell you guys. Finish the phrases. Finish the themed phrases. Your next one. Name of the.
Game. Nope. Wow.
Yeah, Geo.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Trust yourself.
I think I figured it out.
Man of the.
Hour.
People.
House.
Man of the.
No, I did figure it out.
Man of the cloth. Leader of the.
Pack.
Pap.
That was Galvin.
Okay, Galvin. Lay of the.
Land.
Galvin. King of the.
Hell.
Hill. Mike Calta.
Is that what you said?
Hair of the.
Dog.
Galvin. Eye of
Tiger.
the. Storm.
Newt.
Spanish. Cream of
Crop.
the. Geo. Bottom of the.
Barrel.
Bottom of the pile.
Well.
Bottom of the sea.
Bottom of the heap is what I was looking for.
Hey,
Joe confirms that is
number
right.
one.
Joe's shaking
Yeah.
his
That's
head.
right.
Oh, good, good.
Heap, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Pap. We are on the last 3.
Yeah.
Spanish with a single point. Michael doubling that with 2. Galvin ahead by 1 with 3. And Geo is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
Oh, man.
I had 9.
Runaway leader.
All right.
Don't
Finish the phrases that are all connected together, themed. I don't know. Last 3. Here we go.
You're trailing off, Carter.
I realize that. Last 3. Belly of the
Beast.
Pap.
Gio.
The make 'em up. The make 'em up.
Yeah.
The make 'em up. Because you know I had
100%.
yeah.
That was Galvin,
Yeah.
and the other one was me.
That was me.
That
I
was
get
Galvin.
that
All
point.
fair.
Galvin
I
is
get
the
that point.
point.
The other one was
That's
me.
hilarious. The old make 'em
Yeah.
up. He paused. He went
Yeah.
through it. Oh, Gio was mad. I give it to Gio.
I heard Mike.
Hilarious.
Did not answer.
Yeah. Shut up.
Last two. Talk of the
Town.
Geo. And your last one. Slip of the
Tongue.
What
Galvin.
did you say?
Slip.
Slip of the slip?
Slip of the slip.
Slip of the
I
slip.
meant to say lip. What was the theme?
Slip of the slip.
Of the. They all were blank of the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the theme.
That didn't really help.
I did not know the theme. I was just getting lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
didn't
because you
know.
were answering so fast. Some of them, she would say
No,
the first word and you would do it. By the way, that proof is in the pudding is the saying. It's not proof of the pudding or
No,
whatever your
proof
thing
is in
was.
the pudding.
Yeah.
I don't make the quizzes.
Goes by the paper.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know.
hey, I'm just letting you know.
Out of date.
Let me read it over.
Come on, give me a score, Joe, even though you tried to screw me. Say it proudly.
Okay, Spanish with a single point. Michael doubling that with 2. Galvin doubling that with 4. And
That's
Gio is your surprising
Not
champion
surprising.
today.
I've won like 3
He
times in the
won
last
with
week.
10 lousy points.
No, it's not surprising anymore when I've won like 3 times.
Well, what are the year-to-date totals?
I had 5.
The year-to-date totals, Gio is in 4th place with 10 wins for the year. I am in 3rd place with 18 wins for the year. Galvin is in 2nd place with 45 wins for the year. And Michael, you are the leader with 72 wins for the year.
Okay.
So I Googled it. The saying now is the proof is in the pudding. But the original saying where that comes from is the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was
Gio, yeah. Gio
Yeah,
confirmed.
yeah.
What's
That's-
that from?
all
What's
right.
that from, Gio? 1809?
That's why I got it right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right away.
Okay.
You remember saying that all the
Pudding
time?
and pie.
Me and Grandpa used to sit around and say that.
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding. All right, Carmen, can you kill the music for the love of God?
okay.
Thank
please.
you. I mean, come on, do your job.
I was Googling your answer.
10 double digits. Here he comes, the comeback kid.
Here it comes, the comeback kid.
I'm not doing any.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
doing any. You didn't have a streak. I'm not singing anything for you.
Yeah, that's a good time.
It's just
I
fun.
can sing. I didn't ask you to sing.
I just said I'm not singing.
I will eat a W.
Thank you. What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, your life's in jeopardy. Believe your email and no sale.
No sale. No sale. All right, Galvin is your news. We'll take a quick break and we'll dive right into that next on 102.5 The Bone.
Did anybody see the video of the jackass influencer guy who went to the thing in Vegas where they have the $80 all you can eat lobster?
No, where is that, by the way? I'd like to know about that.
So this, and I want to swear so bad. This guy, I got to find the video. He is such a jackass, and he goes in and he gets just so many lobsters on his plate. And of course, they come over and they're like, "Sir, you can't. It says that I can do whatever, blah, blah, blah." And he drops one. And he's like, "Oh, well," and goes over. And then he's dunking like 3 at a time and biting and stuff. And he says, "It says that all you have to do is finish one plate to go get more." He's got his whole table filled with it and stuff. And then at the end, he goes, "Since they were so rude," and this, that, has a whole tray of lobsters and dumps them in the trash in the kitchen. They're
That's
like, "You
so
can't
dumb.
be back here." Stab, stab, stab.
Yeah,
Cook him
yeah.
up. And you know what I mean? Give them to the homeless people, whatever.
Oh.
It's
Nobody
unbelievable.
wastes lobster.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're just being a jackass. And it said the thing said, "This is why people hate influencers."
Yeah. The talk about spitting on D's. That's so much better than ruining
Yeah.
lobster.
Yeah.
That'll get you out of Medscape.
And the guy is such a jackass, and he's like, "Oh, this is gonna make me famous." I hope he gets punched in the face by everybody that sees him.
So we went to one of those all-you-can-eat lobster places. We went to Orlando. They had one out there. I can't remember the name of it. And my dad and my brother and my dad's friend Tim, they were going to watch the space shuttle launch the next morning. I had to leave to come back to work, but we all went to this all-you-can-eat lobster place. And that is the rule. You go up there, you get one, you sit down, you can go back up and get another one if you want. But it's designed so you can't get like 2 or 3 at a time. Tim comes over to the table with a full tray of lobster. And we're like, "What? How did you do that?" And he goes, "I told them we were retired astronauts here for the space shuttle thing." And
Awesome.
I go, "Did they look at us? Did they? I mean, we look retired. We
Yeah.
look like guys who rejected. Maybe would be more like it. But yeah, we got
you
a
don't know.
whole tray of lobsters at our
That's
table.
awesome.
Now, Galvin, you grew up riding motorcycles.
I did, yeah.
I have never driven a motorcycle.
You don't drive them. You ride them.
don't. Well, I've never been behind the the handlebars.
Yeah. By the way, real quick, there's the jackass. Look at him. Look at this jackass. He's like, oh well. And look how many plates he has and stuff. And this guy's telling him that he can't, you can only have a certain amount. And he's, look at how much lobster he has.
Jackass.
Yeah.
I have never ridden a motorcycle before.
Okay.
I have been on the back of one when I was a kid, and I tried to buy one. I tried to learn how to ride on one that Joe ended up buying.
That's right.
And the first time I took it forward, they were like, "No, you shouldn't ride."
Which surprises me because what CC was that motorcycle?
450.
Yeah, 450 for you is ridiculous.
Way too small.
It's way too small.
Yeah, and this was 30 years ago, and I just couldn't. I've never had that control. I've never had the balance. I've never had anything.
So the funny thing about it is my buddy Kevin, who you met, is maybe behind you the last person I would ever see on a motorcycle.
Okay.
Guy's a motorcycle rides all the time.
Oh, really?
Went and took lessons, got his license, did the whole thing, rides a motorcycle, loves it and stuff. And it's so funny because he too, I don't think should be on a motorcycle.
Yeah, very uncoordinated. I don't pay enough attention.
Right.
But I do love this Can-Am thing they have with the two wheels in the front and the one in the back.
Yeah.
It's great, and they make it like you can't fall off that thing. Although I just feel like I would look like a fat loser on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, you need an extra wheel, I see.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. Didn't Spice have one of those for a while?
He did.
Yeah,
He
I thought
did?
so.
But he had one with the, I think the two, is that the two wheels?
Two in the front.
Yeah.
Much safer,
one he
by
had.
the way.
Can-Am makes great
Yeah.
stuff. They make great products. They're awesome. But yeah, the two wheels. But I what I think you should get if you want to do something fun like that, get
Yeah.
one of those T-Rex.
What is that?
The sit down where you sit in it and it's got the two
but
wheels in front, one in back.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not going to go buy this. I just think this is kind of cool. The Can-Am has two wheels in the front and one in the back. It's a reverse motorcycle.
Yeah, it's a reverse trike. If you care about what people are saying, who cares? I mean, if you want to go out and ride it and have some fun, you would have fun. And yeah, it's a lot more stable.
That's what
than
I'm
a
saying. It
motorcycle.
just looks like it would be fun.
Sure.
And I probably would not kill myself on it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get it. I'm just saying I just looked at it, but I knew that I would also look like a fat moron on this thing, and everybody would be like,
Yeah, I don't think the
cares?
real riders respect the three wheels.
You definitely can't text and drive, Michael.
You can't. Yeah. That would be impossible.
I got to tell you, we still have to go and rent some four-wheelers and go up to Croom. That would be
Four-wheelers, I
so
would
much
do.
fun. Listen, four-wheelers are dangerous as well. I've flipped four-wheelers before, but it's a blast to ride.
My
Do you
family camps at Croom all the time, and they take the four wheelers out for the whole weekend.
Yeah, it's a blast.
They used to have three wheelers, much more dangerous.
Yeah, we had three-wheelers growing up for sure.
We talked about this one time, and Joey was little and he wanted to do it, and there was a place that sold four-wheelers to my house, and I got up and I go, all right, we're gonna go buy four-wheelers. And Amanda goes, what do you mean? I go, we're gonna go buy a four-wheel. I'm gonna buy a adult size one and a kid size one for Joey. And she goes, who do you think you are? And I go, what? And she goes, you're just going to go buy four-wheelers?
The voice
and I
of
go,
reason.
yeah. I go, it would be great. We can go. And she's like, no. And I'm not putting my son in. And we didn't get him. Killed our whole dreams.
I told you before, me and my brother Tim and our buddy Dave were sitting around talking about the funnest times we ever had was riding motorcycles, riding dirt bikes. It was a blast. We loved it. So we went out and bought dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And then we realized in Florida, everything's sand and it's like riding on ice. It's
Yeah, it's
wild.
hard.
So we traded in our dirt bikes for four-wheelers. And four-wheelers were a blast. We had so much fun with it. It was great.
We should go do that.
Yeah.
should go try it.
There is a big quarry area, and of course, Eglin Air Force Base is up there. So there's a lot of land up there that you're not really supposed to be on. But we would go out there, and they had trails and all kind of stuff. You just made me think of something.
The last time I drove a four-wheeler, we were in Mexico.
Yeah.
That was the last time I did it, yeah.
You made me think of my brother Tim did kind of a cool thing. He went out. So growing up, we had all kind of different motorcycles, but we had an MR50 was what we all started out on. We had one of the mini bikes that has the lawnmower engine, but the MR50 was like the first real dirt bike that we had that was two-stroke. You had to mix the oil and gas. It had that sound to it and stuff. And it went probably about 35, 40 miles per hour. And you're 6 years old. That's
Yeah, that's a big deal.
lightning. So he found one from the 70s, bought it, and fixed it up for his kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
It was cool, yeah. Those things are so cool, man.
I never go out to Croom because I get bad anxiety, and I think my kids are going to die in the
Yeah,
four wheelers, so they go out there by themselves.
Yeah, but
I get that.
listen,
Yeah.
here's the thing, and you want to talk about what other people think. we would wear helmets, chest protectors.
they do.
The pants and the boots
Shin
and everything.
guards, yeah.
All that stuff, because you can get hit by branches and stuff. There's been so many times that I got hit in the chest with a branch that if I didn't have a chest protector, that would have poked a hole in me.
Yeah, they're fully decked out with all the safety gear and everything.
Yeah, it's fun as long
Yeah.
as you're not being wild and stuff. Obviously there's sometimes you can hit something and something can happen, but they are a blast.
We went when we were in Mexico. All we had were helmets. The helmets had no face card on it, and then they were like, "You have to wear a bandana."
Yeah.
And I go, "For what?" And they're like, "To keep the dirt and bugs out of your mouth." I'm like, "Oh, "I don't have a bandana." Like, we have them for $8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, those ones in Mexico, they have a governor on it, so
Yeah.
it can only go a certain amount, mile per hour or whatever. But
It was fun, though.
still fun.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
I just got myself a little excited.
Yeah.
Talking about Mexico, start thinking about the cruise.
Oh yeah.
We'll be here before you know
Ready
it.
to go? Yeah, I posted the guy dancing by the pool the other day, and
Confused many
I
people.
forget how many days. Let's see how many days real quick. We want to check and see.
Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise number 18,
Yep.
which is happening in April. And you can still go. You can still get on there. They say there are more people going this year than there were last year. We got Robert Kelly going on this one. We may have more surprise guests coming.
We are 237 days, 3 hours, 40 minutes, and 23 seconds.
That made it seem so much further away.
237. No, not
No,
at all.
it's
'cause
not, but-
I remember it was 3 something whenever we
just like
first
last
started talking
week.
about it. So yeah.
All right. What do we have in news, Calvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt's Shoes. Stop into Pelt's Shoes for the perfect fit, both style and size. They have the complimentary 3D foot scan in there, so it's going to give you exact measurement of your foot. You're not going to be using one of those old school metal things that you're like, I don't know how this works. Of course, back to school happening, so kids going back to school maybe need some athletic shoes or just some new shoes for school. You can get them right there at Pelt's. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers, so stop into Pelt's today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. Did you know about this? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers recently turned down a proposal to buy the franchise.
I made them an offer that I thought that they would accept.
They did refuse.
I settled 3 refrigerators in order to get the money.
For a price just above $6.05 billion that the group led by Josh Harris paid for the Washington Commanders last year. So it was over that, the price that they offered. If accepted, it would have set a record for the transaction for an NFL team and a global record for control sale of a sports team. The interest to acquire the 2-time Super Bowl champions from the Glazer family came from someone the NFL deemed as a qualified buyer,
I want to know who it is.
i.e., well, it didn't say they could write the check. In 1995, the Glazer family, the patriarch Malcolm, bought the Bucks for how much? So they offered them over $6 billion. They turned that down. How much did they buy the Bucks for back in 1995?
So when they bought it, the Glazers had made their money, and they had those restaurants. What were those restaurants called? It was like a Bennigan's type restaurant.
I don't recall.
Maddie's or something. I don't know what it was. They owned the Glazers owned a chain of restaurants that were kind of like a Bennigan's.
Uh-huh.
And
Back then, Bucks had old stadium, didn't have the new stadium.
old stadium. They had the old facility.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Houlihan's?
say Houlihan's. That was it. Yeah, Houlihan's was the restaurant, and then they came in. They bought the Bucks. Then they bought Manchester United. They have some money. The Glazers.
1995, they bought the Bucks for how much?
$200 million.
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion.
They're $6
200
billion
million.
now.
140 million.
140 million.
What?
Joe?
100 million.
Carmen?
I'm gonna say 400 million.
192 million.
Oh my God.
192 million. It is worth. They turned
And they
down,
turned down $6
more than
billion?
$6 billion. Yeah. That's
That's-
wild.
that's nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, if you could buy a sports team, buy a sports team.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban figured it out.
They've been talking they need to start renovating the current stadium now because
Yeah.
now it's becoming one of the oldest stadiums in the league.
What
I know.
what year was that built? Do you know? Or approximately? Was it in the 90s or
Early
2000?
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2001, 2002.
in 90, we were in 98. Yeah, I would say maybe before that, Gio.
I think it was early
I have
2000s.
What is it?
98.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
said that because I used to try and I wanted to be the guy who pushed the button on the demolition of the.
I
old
remember
stadium.
when they
Yeah.
blew
Oh,
it
that'd
up.
be so cool.
Mike, it would have made sense because the construction began in 96. It ended in 98. Do you want to guess the date it ended and officially opened?
I know.
What?
September 20th.
Yep.
Oh,
Her birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, how you like
Oh,
that?
I
That
do
would be
like
a good birthday present.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the greatest scenes ever is Ocean's 11 when they're destroying the hotel in the background and he's watching on TV and in the
Yeah.
background it's
Oh,
happening.
yeah.
He's just sitting there
Yeah.
watching on TV. That's hilarious.
I remember you could go down there and they were giving away like pieces of the stadium and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
That's
Like
you
the
remember
old
the-
one?
Yeah. I remember the mall that was over there.
Yeah.
So we went down there. Iverson and I went down in the middle of the night and spray painted all over that wall because the next day they're supposed to demolish that and they were going to go down it. And we spent the whole night dodging security and spray painting on the wall and doing the whole thing. And we were out there for a long time. Then I had to go do mornings the next morning. And sure enough, the news is out there. We were on the complete opposite side of, of where everything was. I went, you son of a bitch. I remember Big Dick calling me. You spray paint the wall. You work on the wrong side, stupid.
They got to build a dome if they do another stadium.
the heat, right?
For the heat factor alone.
Or
man.
some type, even like, like the Hard Rock Stadium down, they built for the Dolphins play, they built the overhangs.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of, you got to do something in there.
I mean,
for
it
the
just
heat.
makes more sense. But then again, you lose all those big concerts and stuff, those country
I don't think
concerts that have been
so.
there.
Because what are the Mercedes Benz where the Falcons play? That's a dome, and I think Taylor Swift played there.
I think there's something real desirable about being out in the middle of a 80-degree night for a country concert.
Yeah,
Why don't they do like a retractable one then?
I think they would. Most of them are now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And that way
remember-
you can do inside, outside.
Yeah.
Carmen, it was so funny. They were like, we have a retractable dome and only takes 7 hours to close the dome.
Right.
Because the players want real grass; they don't want turf.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why you got to have.
That's a big
the stadium in Arizona. The grass rolls out of the stadium.
Yeah.
grows outside, and then
Rolls
they
back
roll
in.
it back in.
Wow.
And that's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Wild. Yeah, it's cool. You can, there's videos on YouTube about
Like,
it.
who do you think came up with that? And did people go, you want to do what? And then
Natural- yeah.
genius.
My grandfather, who built a lot of stadiums in New Jersey, he built the stadium at Rutgers in the 90s, maybe, or in the late 80s. But he came up with a way that he said they made it so that you can play football a half hour after a Category 3 hurricane.
That's
that was
wild.
his big thing because they figured a filtration system that took all the water out
Yeah.
so that it didn't all sog up in the grass.
So the funny thing they used to do is they'd put giant fans out there and it would blow the water and stuff. But have you ever been, this was back in the 80s, I remember playing in like a college stadium or something like that where it was turf, but it was like a hill almost.
Yeah.
It was wild
No.
how much of a slant it was so that the water would roll off of it. And you would stand out there, like whenever you go to a NASCAR thing and realize how angled that
pitch,
is.
yeah.
It was the same with the thing. You were like, if you sat the ball, it would just roll away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're like, how is this even possible? I feel like I'm going to break my ankle because I'm running sideways.
Right.
It was wild. Carmen knows. Carmen was a college athlete.
You know what? Son of a bitch.
We talked about this before. This was a different person that it happened to, but it happened again. A Michigan man delayed collecting his lottery jackpot for 6 months for one simple reason. He thought it was a scam. A 41-year-old man told Michigan lottery officials he didn't realize that he was gaining entries to the big cash second chance jackpot by playing eligible games at the Michigan lottery. So he was suspicious whenever he received an email about winning $257,631. He said, I saw an email back in February informing me that I won.
Oh, I would never believe an email.
I received
Right.
several calls about it over the last few months, but I still thought it was a scam. Recently, I decided to look into it, and whenever I found out the prize was real, I was absolutely floored. The man said it took until he collected the prize for him to fully believe it.
I got to tell you, I feel the same way. I would never acknowledge an email that said I won anything. And if they called me and then I'd be like, what do you need? My bank account number to put the money
yeah,
in? Like,
yeah.
I would never believe that.
I got
Yeah.
an email from Spanish this morning, and I had to text him and ask him if he actually sent me an email.
What did you win?
Whoa.
Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody loses. in
Opened
that.
them immediately.
Well, they weren't mine.
Oh, well.
This is a collection.
I just wanted to share my repertoire.
Other dudes?
I get the fake John Brennan emails all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't read work email.
Yeah.
It makes it makes it a lot
fish.
easier.
Fish, fishing,
Fish.
fishing. If Fisher sends me something, I go, well, that's fishing.
Double fish.
Yeah. Three Florida lawmakers on Thursday announced they plan to ban smoking and vaping on city streets, Joe, sidewalks, and public parks in most common areas by the public. The ban expands a 2022 law prohibiting smoking on public beaches, and according to the lead sponsor, Senator Joe Gruters of Sarasota, says would provide guardrails for a proposed constitutional amendment to legalize the possession and use of recreational marijuana. Governor Ron DeSantis has criticized the initiative, saying Florida would, quote, start to smell like marijuana in our cities and towns. It'll reduce the quality of life.
It's true. Like you go through New York, it just smells like weed.
Same with Denver.
When you hit an area where you're like, whoa, it is overpowering.
I was trying to think about that the other day. So my son smokes, and he smokes on a little patio outside his bedroom. And I don't care. I don't ever encounter it. I don't see it. I don't smell it. I don't know them. But I wonder if it affects my neighbors. And then if it does, is it bad for them, or do they not care? Or like I think they're cool. They might be like, hey, you're weed smoking over here. You know, I don't know. But I don't know if they would ever tell me. I don't know how. You know what I'm saying?
The bushes or the shrub that divides you, I think that covers it up.
But then the other thing is I think about, well, they have kids and their kids are out there playing, and I go, well, but it's legal. It's not like we're over here doing hash. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think about that sometimes. But I go to the beach. And while I'm laying at the beach the other day, I could smell somebody's cigarette smoke, and it's gross. But I mean, I'm outside. What am I going to do? There's nothing.
There's a lot of time in parking garages where I'll smell it, and I'm like, wow. Somebody, I don't know if they're just sitting in their car doing it or whatever. You know,
hotboxing.
Anytime Dizzy walks in here, it's like holy,
it's overwhelming.
Holy hell!
The
It's
staircase.
Wild.
I have to take the elevator, so I don't get a contact eye.
Hey Joe, would you like to say something? Maybe
Yes, I
turn your
would.
microphone on.
If they want to ban smoking, they should make cigar smoking only in certain areas. That's way more offensive than weed.
Well, to you.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
But isn't that along the lines of cigarettes, cigars?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's way worse though with a cigar.
Oh,
right?
it certainly. I think so. Yeah,
It is a
personally.
pungent smell.
Yeah.
I don't think this is just weed though. This is everything.
Yeah, this is
Any smoke.
ban
Yeah.
smoking, vaping on city streets, sidewalks, public parks, most common areas by the public, whatever. So yeah, but they're including the weed stuff too. But I would imagine that would mean vaping, whether you're vaping your chucking clouds, whatever stuff, or cigarettes or cigars or.
That's directly based on DeSantis saying that it was going to stink everywhere in Florida when because it's going to pass.
He knows, like
They
they're
know,
preparing for it.
they know it's going to pass.
And I'm still all for it. I'm all for it passing. But I was trying to think about it the other day. So what does that mean? I'm going to go to Publix and some guy's going to be smoking a joint outside of Publix. Like, is that cool? Is that not cool? I don't know. It's like it would be the same thing as seeing a guy just sitting there drinking from a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, which you're not allowed to do outside.
It does smell though. I mean, it does. To me.
But the thing for me, and don't go there, is cigar bars. I can't go into a cigar bar because it's so overpowering to me. Even like whenever we're playing, like Pitbull Toddler will be playing somewhere and it's outside and someone lights up a cigar and I'm like, it's so much.
Yeah, it is strong.
That international cigar, that big place over by the mall.
Yeah, up front here.
It looks so cool, but I don't want to go smell the cigars.
It is the place where I threw up. Now I can never go back there.
Yeah.
What is the place that Bobby Kelly was at? And you were in the stage, the rickety stage, the cigar place.
Oh yeah, that's it's over on Boy Scout.
And that was a really nice place.
Yeah.
But it's I can't go in there because cigars. If it says
Dude,
cigar bar, I'm staying out.
It made me so lightheaded from being out there.
I have a hot or not for you guys. Yes. An enraged girlfriend has been arrested after she allegedly floored her car into her partner after he tried to break up with her while they were en route to couples therapy.
Oh, wow.
The victim and his girlfriend, the girl that was driving the car, Veronica Rolene Gast, who is 30 years old, had been driving to the therapy session in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. On Saturday, when an argument allegedly erupted between them, a furious Gast then allegedly stopped the car in the middle of traffic and demanded that he gets out. As the boyfriend was walking in front of the vehicle to get to the sidewalk, Gast floored the car in an attempt to mow him down, according to police. The victim told cops he was thrown into the windshield and over the car's hood, leaving him with an injured back and cut on his right elbow. She was charged with second-degree assault, gross negligence, domestic assault, and criminal vehicular operation, bodily harm, gross negligence, and domestic assault in the wake of the saga. So she is 30 years old. Her name is Veronica Gast. She is from Minnesota. And on the way to their couples therapy, she ran her boyfriend over. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Crazy equals hot.
Yeah?
Even in Minnesota, she's hot.
All right. You say hot. Gio, what do you got?
Veronica from Minnesota, backwoods. No,
No?
I think she's
hot?
not hot. No.
All right. Spanish, what do you think?
Minnesota. I'm gonna say she's hot.
You're going to go with hot?
Yeah.
Carmen?
Minnesota, not hot.
Yeah.
No,
Not hot.
no way.
All right. So we got it split 50-50. Mike and Spanish both say hot. Gio and Carmen say not hot. I'm going to show you Minnesota. Boom. Oh, she's hot.
Oh yeah.
She's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, she
I'd
is.
let her run me over.
She doesn't have a
Yeah.
little lip pierce, too.
Yeah.
Little diamond in there.
She
Yeah.
got crazy eyes too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
crazy.
I will
Cuckoo.
kill you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this for a second.
All right.
Couples therapy.
Yeah.
You're in a good relationship.
Very
Would
good.
you go to couples therapy?
If I had to, if I felt, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I'm in a good relationship, and my wife and I are very good with talking about stuff. And believe it or not, and you guys probably aren't going to believe it, there are times when I go, "You're right, yeah."
Okay, so let's just put it this way. Let's say just because all you guys, your good relationships, whatever, your wife wants to go for whatever reason. She comes to you today and says, "I would like to go to couples therapy. We need to work something out, whatever the case is."
Yeah, my first thing is, what is this person gonna do, and how qualified is this person?
I want to go.
Oh, really?
I want to go now.
Yeah.
Because I feel that I'm right, and I need somebody of authority
verify,
to
yeah.
verify. I need a judge to say
right.
you're absolutely right. She's crazy.
trained-
You're
Professional.
wrong.
You're
Yeah, but
right.
as soon as she says Amanda's right, you're gonna go, "Oh, how is she qualified?
Yeah.
Who is this lady?"
So we
Or
went.
guy?
We went to couples therapy one time.
Yeah.
This was when just Joey was born. He was probably about 2 years old. It
A lot
was
of stress.
A lot of stress.
Yeah, I can see that.
We were not we were not like we're going to get divorced. We were just at opposite ends of things, and we're like maybe we should go talk to somebody. And also, my wife was going to school for that kind of stuff. So
I remember you coming in to the show and being like overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like a little kid. That's got to be so much stuff.
and doing mornings.
And doing mornings. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, especially now looking back on it, not being the same way for the second kid. I did not have anything to do. Well, I shouldn't say anything, but I was a very present father in Joey's life, but she did all the hard work. Like I was there to play with him, and Amanda did all the hard work on
But
it.
like Carmen said, we're working 24/7, like all the time.
That was the deal that Amanda and I had. I
Yeah.
said, listen to me, I got to work. You don't have to work. I can't be, and she was great at it. She did it exactly what we had talked about. But it gets very stressful. And then we went to a couples therapist one time, and the lady listened to us talking at the end. She was like, "You don't need to be here. You're just stressed out. You guys just have a lot going on in your life. You definitely are in a good relationship." And then we never went back. And
The
everything
bill's
was
in the
good.
mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least she was honest, and
Yeah.
she didn't go, "Well, I need to see you 10 more times." She was like, "You guys are fine," because there was no doubt with us that we should be together and that everything was working out fine. It was dealing with all the stress of everything. Second kid, I said, listen, I'm not having a second kid unless we have somebody to help us take care of the kid. It's impossible to do that. And I don't know how young couples have 3 kids. I don't understand it all at a year apart.
The most amazing is young mothers that have 2 kids that are single mothers
yeah.
and have to work and have to do all that stuff. And if you don't have family to help you, geez, I don't know what you're doing.
We were very lucky. We had my great grandparents because my great grandparents took care of us a lot when my mother had to work. So that's really where we owe. But yeah,
By the way, single fathers too, but you mostly have single mothers.
But I mean, just any single parent having to deal with
Right.
it, whether it be through divorce or death or something like that, it's incredibly hard, and you never will get ahead. You'll never get ahead.
I told my wife there was no way in hell we were having a third child unless I could buy an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
good. It's
There you
good.
go.
But
That is great.
You
You
don't
have a
need
hard
therapy
bargain.
because you had a trade-off.
And I went out that night and got the Xbox 360.
Okay.
I would have a third kid. Not now because I'm too old, but I would have had a third kid
Yeah.
for sure. If the pregnancies weren't as tough as they were on Amanda, I think we would have had a third kid.
I would have a fourth.
So you've talked about adoption before.
Right.
And, if that kid hurt Juliana, whatever, that kid's dead, whatever, so it's not a good choice. What about now that she is older, what about in the next 2 years of getting like a 3-year-old?
I would do that.
Yeah, because
I don't
that's
know
not
that
putting you too old.
No, and Juliana could take care of herself as far as
Right.
not
Yeah,
having to worry
and she
about
would
that.
be able to babysit.
Right.
And do all that stuff.
My
yeah.
wife's cousin they just adopted a newborn.
Oh,
and
really?
They already had 2 other kids.
How difficult of a process was that for them?
I don't know. I didn't.
Because everybody always says it's such a difficult process, but there's so many kids that need homes and stuff. I always wonder whether it's still like it used to be. You think how it used to be, you had to pay all this money and blah blah blah, and they're only giving away crack babies.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like it came out of nowhere because it was like, here's the newest addition to our family, and then there was like the story of this brand new newborn. And they've got 2 daughters already, and I think their daughters are like probably 10 and 7, 8.
Age out.
Yeah.
But my wife points out a lot of times that a lot of these babies that are up for adoption are drug affected babies. So
Sure.
you're really taking that into consideration when you're thinking about adopting.
Yeah.
It's not just, hey, we're going to raise another great baby.
Right,
It's like now
right.
you got problems to deal with, and that's not nearly as fun as it was before. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we'd do it, but I would like to do it. It would be cool. When we had this kid a couple weeks ago that we were talking about on the air that was homeless in the area that we were raising money for. My wife was on the verge of going to get that kid. She was like, just have him come live here. I go, well, that's not how it works. You can't just go pluck a kid off the street and be like, you live here now.
I think I would have to get a newborn if I was going to adopt.
I don't think so. I think for me, if I went and hung out with a kid for a couple of times,
Yeah, maybe.
I would grow attached to the kid.
Yeah, I also think like a 2-year-old or somewhere, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, where you kind of know if there's any problems. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you kind of have an idea of if there's any health problems, if there's any mental problems
Yeah.
at that time. Because if they're a newborn, that's a lot more difficult to tell that stuff.
I have it the best. I have Tom's kids.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when I get sick of kids, I go, all right,
Send
Tom,
them
get
home.
these kids out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Hit the road.
You are 6'2", 6'3".
6'2" and change. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm 6'4". Carmen, how tall are you?
I am 5'6".
5'6", which is fairly tall for a girl. Average girl, I think, is a lot shorter than that. Spanish, you're what?
6 foot.
No. Seriously. How tall?
5'7".
Yeah, I'd more believable that you had 6 feet than it is that you're 6 foot.
You said what? 5'7"?
Yeah.
No, he's
Says on my
not. I'm taller than you.
Yeah,
on
my
my
wife is
license.
5'7". You're not 5'7".
Official document?
Well, Carmen, it's interesting that you say that. There is an online dating hack. Don't read ahead. Stop it. Don't you
I'm
can't
looking
look
at Dave Austin
I need to move
first.
that. Yeah.
You want me to shut that?
Someone realized Chat GPT can tell if someone's lying about their height. All you have to do is just upload 4 pictures of them and ask, quote, how tall would you estimate this person is? Spanish says he's 5'7". Geo uploaded 4 pictures to Chat GPT. I did. Geo, is Spanish telling the truth or is he lying about being 5'7"?
He's according to ChatGPT, Spanish is lying.
Oh, how tall does it say he is?
This estimates that you're 5'4".
Oh.
And it says that it based that on the room and the surroundings and the various things that.
So not only is it horribly inaccurate, but
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you're
I'm
you're a horrible liar.
I'm definitely
That's
not
science.
5'4".
That's science.
No,
You want me
well,
to get a
not
tape
5'4".
measure?
Yeah, you could tape measure, but I know I'm
Measure.
not 5'4".
Okay, you're definitely not 5'4",
Yeah.
but does that also mean you're definitely not 5'7"?
No, that just means ChatGPT is wrong. So it's it's an invalid
Carmen's
tool.
saying you're not 5'7". Mike is saying his wife is 5'7" and saying you're shorter than her.
When I hug you, it's different than hugging her.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm-
true. That's when you look me in the eyes, it's the exact same.
You're
I'm
usually bent
5'6".
over.
I'm 5'6" and a little extra, and
Yeah.
you're shorter than me.
Nah, that's crazy.
Little extra.
Isn't
Stand up right now. We'll go back to back.
That's not how that works. I'm not in the same room.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
they do that? Can they tell you how much they weigh? A GPT.
I mean,
I would
could try,
imagine.
yeah.
I would imagine it'd be the
How
same.
much would you estimate?
Who are you asking?
Nah, I'm just nobody.
I mean, I have a lot of pictures on here I can load up.
Okay.
Is there anybody on the
So do I.
TV you want to see how much they weigh or anything? We're gonna try that out. Not the TV in here, Carmen.
No,
I'm not
never,
talking about
not
you.
talking about you.
This was the photo I used to judge.
Oh, my Smalls photo?
And it estimated based on the size of the fridge in the room and the distance and
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
amazing.
5'4".
Interesting.
Wow.
You know, because they have that where you can try a shirt on or do,
Yeah.
where this would be the one best that would fit you and stuff.
My favorite one of those on apps is the Warby Parker app where you can try out the glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't look good in glasses, but I need glasses, and when I try them on, I can see what are too small for my head and what are too big. And I don't want to be like Bobby and buy big Magoo glasses.
Spanish told me about Warby Parker. What is that area? The Exchange or something?
Oxford Exchange?
Is that it?
I believe so.
Downtown.
Yeah. And my son and I went in there. This was years ago, and he went. That may have been the easiest transaction I've ever had in my life. They were so nice.
Yeah.
Came out, they said, pick out some frames, this and that. He picked out frames. They had it, boom, ready to go. Wasn't super expensive. I was like, this is the best.
Yeah.
They
There's
have
a lot
one
of
in Hyde
times.
Park. There's one in the mall now.
Because a lot of times, they'll go, get 3 pairs of glasses for $99. And then you go in there and they're like, do you want them to fit your face? Do you want them to not melt in
want
the sun?
lenses?
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
lenses in these? Yeah. And they're like, well, then it's going to be $483. And you're like, that's
You can pick from these 4 frames over
Right.
here.
They do that, yeah. Let's go down to the basement and see what we have down there. Today is National Tell a Joke Day.
Hey!
How do you feel? Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 telling a joke. How good are you at telling a joke?
6?
6? Gio?
Nah, probably like a 5.
5?
9-3.
9-3? Joe?
I'd say I'm maybe a 7.
Is there a difference between making a joke compared to telling a
just
joke?
just telling a joke.
Yeah,
like
I-
old school bar joke that you have.
I can never remember the punchlines correctly.
Yeah. Carmen, what about you?
Into a
Are
bar,
you
eat
any
a
good?
sandwich.
No, I'm like a 5 or a 6 because I start laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so funny. Just wait. And then I ruin it.
I love telling jokes, and I know a lot of
Yeah.
jokes. I love like
Well, you're
the
a bartender, so
yeah.
of course you know.
I love those old school jokes.
I always think, oh man, I got to remember that joke so I can tell it. And
That's
I
the
never
thing.
do.
I can never remember a good joke.
it. Yeah.
Well, here's some tips for you to tell a great joke. Relax. If you feel awkward, your audience is going to feel awkward. So if you're kind of nervous about it, or Carmen, if you're laughing, set up the premise. Bring some drama through your voice and emphasis, body gestures and stuff, and keep it tight so no one gets bored. Don't have one of those long, shaggy DA jokes. You want just,
So
good, boom, boom, hit a punchline, bam.
my grandfather Willie was the joke teller of the family, but it was not for me. Like I never found them funny, but his telling of the joke was like you'd be in the other room and you go, Willie's telling jokes in the other room, and everybody run to the other room and he'd be like, guy walks into a bar, like he was one of those real descriptive.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Couldn't command the room.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he definitely commanded the room. He was very Johnny Carson-like in his mannerisms. And
Can you believe that's how people used to entertain themselves before radio
No.
and
The parlor?
TV?
no, my
Yeah,
favorite is what's the movie with Brad Pitt with
Meet Joe
Anthony
Black?
Hopkins?
Meet Joe
Yeah,
Black.
Meet Joe
No,
Black.
no. The one where they're out they live in Montana.
Oh,
One of the brothers.
River Runs Through It.
Yes.
Nope. No, the one where he's Tristan.
River Runs Through It.
Nope.
No.
Is that something with the river, right?
No river. Oh my God, I love that movie.
Yeah, so do I. He kills the bear. Legends of the Fall.
Legend of the
Legends
Fall.
of the Fall. Okay.
So Legend of the Fall, he comes home, the youngest son comes home with the girl, and they have dinner, and then after dinner, he plays the piano and sings, and he's like, I went to the store. Like he's all high pitched and off, and they're all just sitting around while he sings. That's their entertainment. And I thought, oh man.
How crazy.
It's so awful.
So they had that, and then like the next greatest thing was whenever radio came along, and they would have radio shows, and like The Shadow Knows and all that stuff. And it was like, ooh, mystery on the radio.
Sit around the radio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when,
weird.
When XM first came out, they had a channel that had all the old radio shows on it. And I remember going, that's good because it's all like old radio shows. I remember the guy I worked with was like, yeah, but now we have TV. So stop listening to that.
That's pretty much it. Well, there you go. National Tell a Joke Day. It is also, Joe, I think you'll like this, National Rum Day.
Woo!
Yeah, get some rum in there. Put your pirate hat on. Let's go. Mike, you will not like this.
Oh, no.
It is also National Roller Coaster Day.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Maybe have some rum and then go on the roller coaster.
I don't even know if I could do that, Calvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not. That is one of my things that I can't conquer is I do not. Like, I'll watch them on YouTube sometimes. Like I'll come across a video and I'll be like, guy riding this coaster, and I'll watch it and I have to shut it off in the middle. I just can't do it. It's one. Did I ever tell you my son? I was talking to my son one time. This is like just last year.
Oh, I think so. And do you, am I a pussy for not going on roller coasters?
No, I didn't say it exactly like that.
Well,
Thank you,
no, but I-
Calvin. Thank you very much. There was a guy who a confrontation that I had to get with a guy one time, and it escalated and then de-escalated. And I said to my son, "Did you ever think that I was a pussy for not doing like? Did you ever think he should have smacked that guy or not smacked that guy?" And he goes, "No." I go, "Ever?" And he goes, the only time I ever thought about it was when you didn't go on the roller coaster. And I thought, well, that hurts me.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like roller coasters either. He's been on Hulk and a bunch of those, but There's no way I would
I
do
used
that.
to like love roller coasters, but now when I go on them, I just feel like crap afterwards.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I love the Simpsons ride at Universal, but when I get off it, I just feel like I just got in a car accident.
It's fun in the moment, but I just don't feel good afterwards.
I remember being a kid and we would go, and I'd go on pretty much any of the roller coasters in Great America, and it was the world's longest wooden roller coaster.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so unsafe, I'm sure.
rickety.
And then they had the tidal wave where it would do the loop and stuff. Yeah, I never liked the loops. I never liked going upside down because I felt like I was going to fall out.
We used to cut school sometimes and drive to Coney Island, and they had the Cyclone, which is basically one big up down, one big up down, and goes around 3 times. And I would cut and I would go, and they'd all get on the roller coaster, and I would just eat hot dogs. I'm like, there's no way I'm going on it. I'll just sit here by the Nathans, and you guys go around the roller coaster. Yeah, I was like, not happening. It was never for me. It was loud and jostling.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like to be jostled.
Don't jostle me.
Some celebrity deaths. Greg Kinn died on Tuesday, but the news broke yesterday. Carmen hit me with a little Greg Kinn.
Oh, come on.
You got it. You can do it.
Why is
Don't
that
blast
game
us.
on?
So good. Yeah, so Greg Kinn passed away, and then Jack Russell, not the dog, Jack Russell, the lead singer of Great White, died yesterday. He was 63 years old.
Good.
What's so crazy is I saw a couple weeks ago him playing somewhere, and it was live video, and he had the microphone down at his chest, and he was like,
I hate him.
He had Lewy body dementia, which is the same thing that Robin Williams had.
Oh.
How did he not get caught in the fire? Wasn't that Great White?
Yeah, that was Great White.
How did he not get caught? He ran out of there. He abandoned everybody. His crew died. His people died. His band members died.
A ton of just regular people.
Regular people died.
And then played over in Panama City, and they tried to put the pyros up. And the guy from Panama City, the sound engineer was like,
No
hey,
way.
we can't have these.
Yeah.
We got the ceiling right there. Are you crazy?
Jack Russell from Great White was supposed to be on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong, Galvin. When we did afternoons, he was playing at Bourbon Street in Newport Richie, and he was supposed to be on the show, and he didn't call in. And the guy from Bourbon Street was great. He's like, I'm trying to find him. We can't track him down. And the rumor was that he was trying to buy drugs on 19, and he traveled all the way down to Hudson trying to buy drugs, and he couldn't figure out where he was. And then he called us and tried to say that he forgot and he had to go get a haircut or whatever. Carmen, do you have the audio?
I do.
This is and this isn't long, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Less
He
than a
finally called in, and then I hung up on him. I think, or I don't know.
He was lying, and you knew he was lying.
But this may be awful, and it may be funny. I don't know. I didn't choose to listen to it beforehand, but I did remember doing this, and I asked Spanish to find this. This is our big interview with Jack Russell after he was missing trying to buy drugs.
Calta Show.
Oh.
Yeah, hi, it's Jack Russell.
Yes, Jack.
Hey, bro, I'm so sorry, man. I went to get my haircut from the place I'm staying, and I brought your number and everything with me, but I lost my cell phone there, so I'd have a friend bring it to me.
Jack, I gotta be honest with you, Jack. I'm trying my best to deal. I mean, let's be honest.
I'm so sorry,
when's the
bro.
last
I
time?
don't like this usually.
I know, but you got this dick face rock star reputation now. With this is the second time this week you've dicked us on an interview.
Well, see, now what happened before wasn't my fault.
Well, then it was the jerk offs that work for you. Get better people. Get more organized. You guys are treating me like you're Led Zeppelin. This is Great White.
Dude,
You're
I'm
playing
sorry,
Newport
I'm
Richie.
not trying to do
Jack,
that, man.
suck it, Jack. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Stop calling. I hope your next place burns down. Goodbye.
Yeah, hit him with it.
Yeah, shock jock.
Oh my God.
So mean.
But that is funny, yeah, because he was supposed to call, missed the call, and then second call was missed again. Yeah,
Twice in 1 week, we got blown off by Great White.
Great White.
I listened to that probably about 4 or 5 times last night after I found it, and it made me laugh harder and harder the more I listened
It
to it.
hurts me to hear it.
Oh,
It
really?
hurts my soul. Yeah,
That's funny.
Like I get very nervous when I don't know.
I looked it up. 100 people died in that fire.
Yeah,
And
it was
sad.
a huge
What
deal.
happened?
It was at a club,
Yeah.
and they had pyros on stage, but it was literally like the ceiling was 8 feet or 10 feet, and the pyros went off and caught all this stuff on fire, and then people were rushing towards the door, but the doors opened in, and there was like a partition, so they're trying to open the door.
Well, they
and
were
couldn't get
they were
out.
jammed in the
Yeah.
they were jammed in the doorway.
Right,
yeah.
because there was a half wall
Yeah.
here, and then this, whatever, and then the doors open in. They couldn't get out, and everybody's pushing. Yeah, it was crazy.
So the worst part about that was Manson wrote a song about it, and it was very funny.
That sounds like the worst part.
It was very funny, And then they played it on the show, and they were up at a station that was up north there, and they were like. They worked at iHeart at the time, and iHeart's like, we have people that died in that fire.
Yeah.
They worked at the radio station. They're like, we can't play this.
230 injured and 100 deaths.
Yeah.
In that club.
Oh my God.
I will tell you, it may have been from that. Anytime I go to shows, I look to see where
Where
the
the door's
exit
at,
is,
yeah.
Yep.
how I would get out. I'm sorry. I'm letting you know right now. I am running you over to get to that door. I will help you later, but I'm going to make sure that door or window or whatever is open and getting my wife out and then figuring out from there.
There is in the Great White thing, they had asbestos in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So when the thing went off, the whole ceiling lit up over the people. Yeah. That's one of the most horrific things.
Yeah.
Because you're trapped in there. And didn't they lose a guitar player?
Yeah.
In the band?
Yeah.
I have an autographed guitar by those guys. Every once in a while, I go, "Who is that?" And then I see Jack Russell on it. I'm like, "Ooh!" So now I got two dead guys.
Yeah,
on it.
that's wild.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Jack Russell was a complete jerk off. I see all these people that are posting things last night. Oh, rest in peace, one of the good guys. And I'm like, I don't know. I still hate him for blowing us off twice on the show.
Yeah,
and he was a big. The thing was, he was a big drug guy, and that's why he kept disappearing and showing up, and
Yeah, because if it passed a few years, however many years, whatever, it was Jack Russell's Great White,
Right.
where it was just him and then a different band, whatever, and then the Great White was out with the guy who was singing with Warren for a while, and I think Janie Lane sing with Great White for?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the guy that replaced Janie Lane and the whole thing. Yeah, it's one of those things.
I will forever not like Stephen Piercy of Rat and Jack Russell Great White. Two guys that dicked us over on the show, and I'll never forget.
What is Great White's biggest song? Like, I don't even know.
Oh, you Great White. You
Carmen,
know.
you have it.
My.
Okay, yeah.
Carmen has it.
I got it.
These
Because
songs,
remember they did MTV Unplugged
Yeah.
or whatever they did, and they did Zeppelin, and I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, he could sing. He really could
because
sing.
I think
at
he
the
was
time.
actually in a Zeppelin cover band, like tribute band, before they had Great White.
Sounds about right.
do you remember those CDs? Now that's what I call rock.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what these songs always remind me of. Those
Turn
late
it
night
up.
commercials.
Turn
yeah.
it up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
for
call
sure.
rock 3.
Congratulations to Aaron Judge. He from the New York Yankees. He is the fastest player in the MLB to reach 300 career home runs.
He's cranking them, man.
Crushing them. Yeah.
I watched baseball. I watched the Yankee game this weekend. My wife
What?
came in. She goes, "Well, this is something I haven't seen in a long time." Yeah.
Believe it or not, so even when I played baseball, I didn't like baseball. I just was a pitcher, and I like to pitch and try and do that, whatever, but I didn't really like baseball. Getting into betting on baseball has made me kind of watch baseball. Like, I appreciate the strikeouts now. I appreciate there was a guy in the Phillies last night that hit for the cycle. So
Yeah.
he had a single, a double, a triple, and a home run.
Damn.
All in the same game. Yeah, it's wild. And then who were they playing last night? I forget who they were playing, but the guy had 2 home runs in one game. It was pretty
Damn.
wild. So how about this? Do you know that they're making a John Madden biopic?
I read that. Yes,
Do you know who's supposed to play him?
I know who should be playing him, and I know who they are picking to play him.
Would anybody like to guess who they picked to play John Madden in the John Madden biopic?
There is nobody better than Frank Caliendo to play John Madden.
I was gonna say Will Sasso.
Will Sasso.
Sasso would be
Okay.
good.
Anybody else?
Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Kevin James would be good.
Makes some sense. Joe, any ideas?
John Goodman.
John Goodman. I think, yeah, good. Maybe a little too old now, but Carmen.
I can't picture him.
That's all right. You don't have a
some
guess.
fat guy.
Carmen doesn't know.
Just a fat guy.
Oh,
That's a fat guy.
How about Nicolas Cage?
Oh hell yeah!
Really?
all right.
I'm in 100%.
Listen, I love Nicolas Cage, but if you're doing a serious biopic about John Madden, I don't know if I go Nicolas Cage, but who knows? Maybe it'll turn out great. He's supposed to portray John Madden, the legendary American football coach and sports commentator, in a director David O. Russell's upcoming biopic.
That seems awkward to me.
Yeah, that does seem really weird.
He's thin. He doesn't have that Madden kind of
No, not at all.
to
Yeah.
him. Oh, that's weird.
Excuse me, guys. We have to do something.
Do it.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Queen. This hour's keyword is Queen, as in Freddie Mercury. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter Queen before 30 minutes past the top of the hour. And that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
Queen.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah.
If you have not watched The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage,
I have not seen it.
Oh man, you're missing out.
It really is good.
It's so funny. He plays Nicolas Cage in the movie, and it's so funny.
It's one of those ones that the more you watch it, the more little things you see, and you're like, oh, that's great too. Yeah, because it's him playing an enhanced version of him, and he's like one of the best things, and they had it in the trailer, is the guy who has him come for his birthday party has a mannequin of Nicolas Cage, and he's from Face Off, and he's got the gold guns and all this stuff. And Nicolas Cage walks up to it, and it's behind glass and everything, like it's in a museum, and he goes, "It's awful. It's grotesque. It's horrific. I must have it. How much?" Wants to buy it. Former nurse turned exotic animal broker Tanya Haddix, who refers to herself as the Dolly Parton of chimps, spends her days caring for animals in captivity. However, her limitless love for one chimpanzee, Tonka, spins into a wild cat and mouse game with authorities and animal rights group. Through the experiences of Tanya and other chimp moms, Chimp Crazy reveals the bonds between owners and their highly intelligent grade 8 pets, the risk humans take whenever they raise these animals and members of their family, and the risk to the welfare of the animals and themselves. Chimp Crazy, first episode on HBO, airs on Sunday at 10 p.m., and I'm very excited for it.
I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it after it all comes out, though. I hate when they do this,
like they used to do
Once
it
a
old
week.
school once a week.
Yeah, just one a week. I hate that. Just let us binge it, please.
I have a golden doodle dog.
Yeah.
It is the fluffiest, most gentle, beautiful, sad-eyed dog ever. When I sit down, the dog comes over and puts her head on my lap, or she puts one paw on my leg, and she's just the most beautiful, sweetest dog ever. When she was licking a bowl of whipped cream the other day, and we went to take it away, she growled like a wolverine. Bayshore, and down in Miami on the water there, and they have like a little shopping area, kind of like maybe where Channelside is. And I used to go down there, and there would be a guy who would play an accordion, and the monkey would come and take the money from you.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was the most adorable thing. And I know that monkey, and the monkey would take the money and then tip its little hat to you. It would tip the hat. Oh, it was the most adorable thing.
I love those.
Yeah, but
Well, remember the old school chimp farm out on Alternate 19?
Oh, yeah.
Tied strings?
yeah.
Be careful, we throw dung.
Yeah, that place was wild,
Yeah, they would
man.
throw their poop at
Yeah.
you. and they would
There's
just-
signs everywhere.
They'd be whipping off all the time.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy. So when officials first announced that they were investigating Matthew Perry from Friends, his death, and where he got the ketamine that killed him, it was unclear if they would actually anything would come of it. But it was just announced that 5 people have been charged, including Matthew's live-in personal assistant. All of them played roles in Matthew's addiction to ketamine, which was apparently using both for therapy and in extreme anesthesia level amounts.
Jesus.
So like to put him out, Matthew's 59-year-old assistant, Kenneth, has pleaded
59?
has pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine causing a death. 2 doctors were also charged. The 2 doctors discussed Matthew's desire for ketamine in a text exchange with each other, saying, writing to each other, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay. Let's find out."
Wow.
Yeah. The one doctor also taught the assistant how to inject ketamine into Matthew and told him that the process was, quote, like a bad movie. Those 2 doctors provided Matthew with about 20 vials of ketamine in the month leading up to his death, which is about $55,000 price for it.
Wow.
So a lot of people in trouble for all this different stuff. So 5 people have been arrested. So it said after prosecutors say that Ketamine Queen Googled, can ketamine be listed as a cause of death? It can. Over 2 weeks, she sold approximately 50 vials of ketamine to Matthew for around $11,000 in cash.
I'm not trying to start trouble. I have a legitimate question.
Yes.
Did Drew take ketamine?
Well, there is, for therapy, like they said, there is, under a doctor's supervision and stuff that they can do it. I think you actually, do you have to go to
I've heard them
Yeah.
talking about it before. I don't know if they took it or if they were talking about it as treatment, but I remember one day they were talking at length about ketamine.
But I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot like nitrous oxide. You're not doing it at home. You're getting it at the dentist office for nitrous oxide, whatever. Where ketamine, I think you have to go to the place and it's administered by a doctor. And
because JP does it for depression,
anxiety. There's a bunch of different stuff.
Talks about
I know that Gary Goldman had a whole thing about it and how it changes. What's his name? Neil Brennan. Said it completely changed his life
for taking him out of depression.
Yeah,
okay.
It rewires your brain.
And isn't there smaller doses? Like microdosing with that, where it just is.
So Drew and Neil Brennan and those folks are using it as JP therapy, whereas this guy was using it recreationally.
Well,
it seems like he was using it for therapy, and then a little is good, more is better.
It's a painkiller, right?
It's a tranquilizer.
Yeah.
The problem is though, like if you get a doctor that's going to do this type of thing, it's very easy to be manipulated into thinking if you're taking a low dose and you're doing well, obviously when they up it, you would think, well, that means I'm either doing better or it's going to help me more.
It's like it's like the Michael Jackson. We'll give him a little because it helps him. We're going to give him a lot because he'll pay a lot for it, and we're going to take the money. And now he's going to take as much as he wants.
And it's the same with painkillers. People start with painkillers and they're like, take 2 Percocets every day, whatever, and then they're
non-habit forming. Don't worry.
Then that becomes 50 a day, and then you're for Percocets.
I feel like Drew said that back in the day, like in Orlando, people were partying with ketamine.
Yes. Ketamine was used after if your roll was coming down, you could pop a.
Is that the K-hole?
Yeah, you don't want to fall. If you take too much, you fall into a K-hole. You just be sitting on the couch, staring at the floor. But that's what you would do. Take
Joe
that.
knows.
Yeah, no,
this is right in the heyday of Joe.
Those are my prime years, bro.
The good old days.
All those places downtown Tampa, they used to have all those places you go when you were rolling.
Yeah.
They had. They used to do it at the Crush. They used to roll Hammerjacks. They used to.
Wild.
They did it at Boatyard Village.
What's even more wild is that they're using it for therapy because when I grew up, especially in Miami, like we grew up hearing about how horrible ketamine was and how many kids died on it all the time because they would take too much. And now they're like, oh no, you can take it for therapy. It blows my mind.
Think about fentanyl. Like they use that in the hospital.
Surgery and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
So what does the ketamine just stop your heart because it's a tranquilizer?
Slows everything down.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't want to mess with any of that. Like, but I've never done cocaine or anything like that the other way around. So I would never. I love to. I haven't in years, but I would love to take a Percocet for just recreational. But I can't mess around anymore. You don't want to be fat taking drugs.
Well, ketamine is one of those drugs, at least in my experience, that before you overdose, because like Joe said, you fall into what they call a K-hole, where you're. It's very much like in the movies where like what you're looking at, you like are slowly zooming out from.
You can hear everything going on, but
but you're not. And when you get there, everyone at the party can usually tell that guy's in a K-hole. So I
just think of Wolf of Wall Street when he's trying to drive the Lamborghini.
It's a lot like that.
So he thinks he did it great, and he's like,
the last thing I want is to rely on other people at the party to help me out of a K-hole.
That's the thing.
Joe, what was that stuff that everybody was taking the liquid? GHB, man. I saw people fall out of GHB all the time.
Because there was no regulation to that. It's not like vodka is 80 proof and 5 shots of vodka is going to do this to me. That you could take a thimbleful and just be out of your gourd and you could drink a whole bottle and nothing happened to you.
You could buy it at the GNC.
Oh, yeah. Because they,
for real. I bought a case of it once.
Yeah, I remember.
They said bodybuilders and it helped with muscle stimulation, relaxation, and getting REM sleep and doing that stuff and recovery and everything. Yeah, so they sell under the guise of it being healthy. Yeah, it was wild.
That was the best thing is that the guys who would take it were muscle guys. They were I'd go to like UFC events and see or wrestling, and there would just be these big bodybuilders, and they'd be all wasted out of their minds just from everybody was taking it. Yeah, the 90s were rough. Those late 90s years were rough.
It was wild. A limited edition Green Day Keurig machine has been made available because when you think punk rock, you think coffee machine. It costs $160 and comes with some of the band's coffee. Oh yeah, there's a picture. That's what it looks like up there.
I mean, how do you not name it? The coffee's got to be named Dookie, right?
I mean, I like Green Day's music. I'm not going to lie about that. I just don't like Green Day.
I would buy the Limp Bizkit Keurig machine in a second. I would buy that.
I did it off for the coffee.
Yeah,
the coffee.
100%.
And finally in news, Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn has broken her silence after being mocked online over her bizarre Olympic performance. The dancer called the criticism devastating and asked people to stop harassing her. We have some of the audio from Ray Gunn right here. Take a listen. Here's Ray Gunn.
Hi everyone, Ray Gunn here. I just want to start by thanking all the people who have supported me. I really appreciate the positivity, and I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped. I didn't realize that would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating. Well, I went out there and I had fun. I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off.
Did you?
Preparing for the Olympics, and I gave my all, truly. I'm honoured to have been a part of the Australian Olympic team and to be part of breaking's Olympic debut. What the other athletes have achieved has just been phenomenal. In regards to the allegations and misinformation floating around, I'd like to ask everyone to please refer to the recent statement made by the AOC, as well as the posts on the Ozbreaking Instagram page, as well as the WDSF Breaking for Gold page. Bit of a fun fact for you. There are actually no points in breaking.
More boring than her.
If you want to see how the judges
dancing.
thought I compared to my opponents, you can actually see the comparison percentages across the 5 criteria on Olympics.
All right, so boring. But the funny thing about it is that she has to come out and talk about this and saying that it's devastating. Then, so I saw this post on Twitter, and then I saw maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It had a headline. The headline read, Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn is being accused of rigging her way to the 2024 Olympics. And then this person wrote, you ever dance so bad that you get criminally investigated? That's good. That may be the funniest thing I've read in a long time.
She looks so weird in the Olympics with the hat on a thing, but she's kind of cute in the video.
She's okay there. Yeah, but it's so
But you know
funny.
what bothers me? She's like, hey guys, Ray Gunn here. Don't call yourself Ray Gunn. Come on.
That is what I hooped.
I still wish to God she would come forward and go, we pulled up one of the best tubes ever.
We rigged it.
We rigged it. It would be the funniest thing ever.
Ray Gunn will be throwing out the first pitch of the Mets game.
She's more likely to. So I'm thinking about doing this, but I don't want to. My daughter is here. I want to bring her in and ask her if she knows what Hawk Tua is.
Oh, she won't. She won't.
She's not going to answer in front of all of you.
Yeah, no way.
I think you're thinking of the wrong kid.
No.
I don't think she'd know why. Like I told you, she laughs when somebody says 69, but she has no idea why.
Yes, she does.
No, she does not. I'm telling you.
No, she doesn't know what it is. She just knows that it's
a silly.
That
How
people
old is
laugh
she?
at it.
11.
And she's in middle school.
She just started middle school 3 days ago.
Okay.
You listen, peanut butter.
Listen, internet. I mean, that's the thing. The kids know how to use the internet. If
True,
she
she could've looked it
wanted
up,
to know,
yeah.
she can Google 69.
Yeah, but I don't think she. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughters are 15 and 14.
They know.
They know.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, good news.
Yeah.
Gio did not want to hear that.
I mean, they're considerably older.
How fast you guys both said they know? Gio just went, oh, God.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, as a father, you do not want to think about your daughter thinking or knowing stuff like that.
No,
but in reality, in today's day and age, with the internet, they are way more ahead and advanced than you give them credit for.
I feel like Gio's kids are surrounded by kids of the same age. And those kids talk and they say things. I think the 11-year-olds, I hear them talking, and they're not talking about anything like that.
I wonder if they know what that thing is.
I think my daughter would know what that is.
Like maybe they just know the spitting part.
I'll bring her in here and ask her next.
Oh man.
She's not gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, she's gonna
She
be
be
too
shy.
I feel like she laughs and walks away. She's like, I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
Yeah. And if that is the reaction, just know she knows.
Also, we'll be able to find out if Spanish is 5'4".
Yes.
That's a fact.
Hey, Amanda. You're live on the air.
Okay.
Don't say anything, okay? I'm asking you. You know the Haktua girl?
Yeah.
Does Juliana know what that she's famous for?
I highly doubt it.
Can I ask her?
I mean,
Gio.
What?
you can ask, but don't like.
No, I'm not going to tell her. I'm going to, but then that's the other thing. If I ask her, then she's going to be curious about it.
Yeah, she's gonna go Google it
Yeah, I don't want-
immediately. Like you're
I
prompting
don't
her
want
to
her
find
to Google
out.
it. Yeah.
Hey Siri.
Yeah.
All right, let me think about this during the break, and I'll see.
Okay.
All right,
Think over.
thank you. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
You want to try it?
Stop it.
Bye. Dude, the other day she busted me farting.
I thought you never
Your
fart.
wife or Juliana?
No, I don't. I was in the kitchen.
Oh,
and she was
come
in the.
on, man.
Oh, hold on. She was in the living room.
Come on.
She was in the living room watching TV, and I bent down to get something out of the refrigerator. And
Open it up.
And I lost one. Yeah.
Jeez.
And she goes, "Are you just in the kitchen farting?" And I go, "No, I didn't." I walked in there with a serious face. I'm like, "I didn't fart." And she goes, "I just heard it." And I go, "That wasn't a." I opened the door in the refrigerator and it sat down. She goes, "Swear on my life." I go, "What do you want from me? I farted." All right.
Should we go to therapy?
Yeah, seriously. All right, let's take a break. I'll ask my daughter when we come back, and then I will be devastated for the next week. What if she's like, "Yeah, you spit on that thing." Oh! It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. This is my my lovely daughter. Say hi.
What?
Say hi. Be nice. Don't be like me right out of the gate. Tell everybody that's not listening, how old are you?
11.
And you're going into school today, what, 6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a question for you. Answer to the best of your ability. Okay? Do you know who the Haktua girl is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what she's famous for?
Yeah.
What?
I told you.
Tell me what you know her to be famous for.
No.
Ooh.
I just.
What? Tell me what you know.
No.
What? Well, give me a hint.
No.
Do you know and you don't want to say it, or do you not really know?
Both.
But a little, you have an idea of what it means, right? Is it bad?
Yeah.
No. Wow.
Do you
so
want to write it down?
No.
Do you want to whisper in my ear?
No.
Do you want to text me from the other room?
Do you want to throw the microphone down and run away?
Seriously, like I need to know what you know.
She knows.
What Carmen says you know.
I can tell by her face. She's just
No, but she's a smart kid. She knows. Yeah.
Exactly. She's a smart kid, so she knows.
You think friends, internet, TV? Where do you think the information comes?
Yeah, like do you and friends talk about it? You just kind of figure it out on your own? Yeah. Do you know what she says? Do you know how she became famous?
No.
But you know who she is.
Yeah.
And do you know what Haktua means? I feel like you kind of do.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, that's it. You're not. Yeah, you can give that back to Spanish. Thank you.
Did she see the video somewhere?
Did you see the video online? The Haktua video? Just gonna get over here so I can hear you.
I saw the video of I don't know who it was
Interviewing her.
Oh yeah.
So you have seen.
Matt Rife.
Oh, Whitney Cummings with Matt
yeah,
Rife.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, give me a kiss. Get out of here now. Go away.
Stop learning things.
Yeah. Leave your phone.
I saw
those-
the video
were
when my
those her
dad watched it over and over and over.
Thank you.
Were those her pajamas?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is it pajama day today?
No, she's getting ready for school.
Oh, okay.
She goes in late now in middle school. They're going at 9 o'clock.
Nice.
I have to pick her up at 4:30.
Oh, lucky.
I think that's new
I'm
this year.
jealous.
Why? Because they get to go in late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was never a morning person. Like I would literally roll out
Neither
of
is she.
bed. I'd roll out of bed like 10 minutes before I needed to be at school,
Oh,
and
you
I would
probably
just
look gross.
I would just go in my sweatpants and t-shirt, whatever I wore to bed that night.
Yeah, that's why everybody called you peanut butter girl.
Nope, that's we've already been over that.
Just teasing you.
Jerk.
Tonight, though. Tonight you got your football mom tonight.
Yes. Yeah. I'm very excited.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous.
Are you really? I'm not.
I
at all.
know it's right down the Gio, it's right down the road. Come to the game.
I know we're Wharton. I might come out there.
Yeah, come to the game. I'm very excited, because last year Chamberlain was 0-10. So if they win one game this season, it is already, amazing.
Now, what do? I put up a bounty, $150 if they take the quarterback out of the game.
Yeah.
No, you can't ask them to hurt, but you could be like, if they get 10 sacks.
$20 for any broken bone.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no.
do not put that on Chamberlain, please.
I would like
they
to
are
do that.
kids.
Yeah. No, we're obviously kidding.
Yes.
But we could come up with some sort of incentive.
Yes, and listen, those kids, they're down for it. One of the linemen, they have big hopes for. He is a big boy.
That's a great name, Big Hopes.
Now
Big hopes for the big boy. 'Cause
they changed the rule. Now you can even do NIL stuff in high school.
in high
Oh,
school.
really?
So yeah, if you're a player, you can get paid to do things.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, but I'm down. If you're in the Wesley Chapel area, is that what would it be considered?
Yeah,
Gio?
yeah.
I mean, come out to
Wharton School of Business? Where is that? No, I'm
It's
kidding.
right on like Bruce B. Downs, like almost when you're getting towards like 56, a little bit down that
Okay.
ways.
That's the one. What's the one that's all the way in the back behind Wiregrass? Oh, Wiregrass.
Yeah, it's near Wiregrass, maybe like a mile or two down from Wiregrass.
Okay. All right.
It's
I'm
right-
not
yeah.
going.
Game starts at 7:30, and that's where I'll be, and that's where Chad is going to be. That's where all the kids from Chamberlain are
Is
going to be.
Chad all stressed out today, walking around with a clipboard and stuff?
He was very excited. We this morning. I was singing an older song, a lot of curse words.
I thought you were going to say you were singing like the Chamberlain fight song.
No, but the kids did learn the song, so they can play it. They can sing it after their games.
Uh-huh.
But Chad and I were just getting hyped this morning. We
Yeah.
were listening to.
These kids, they bust their ass all summer long.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
you're waiting to finally get to the season and the games and stuff where you're actually it's exciting.
Carmen,
And
did you think about who you want to play you in the movie?
Oh, there's going to
When
be
Chamberlain goes undefeated this season?
Yeah.
And,
They're going to make a movie off of
oh,
us?
yeah, because
Okay.
because two of the kids on the team are only playing so they can get to college
Yeah.
and get the scholarship. And then
Get
one
out
of them
of-
ends up being a guy who creates a thing to cure COVID.
Listen, I'm in. Okay, so now who I haven't even thought about this. Who plays me in the movie?
I would, if like realistically or in a movie star, you're Reese Witherspoon.
Nope. I go
too old.
Carmen, Sydney Sweeney.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
Sydney
you.
Sweeney
Listen,
tickles my
Upgrade
weenie.
it. Upgrade it.
thank
right.
you, Galvin. I appreciate it.
Sydney Sweeney. And then we pick a slender, bald black man to play Chad.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Too old.
Too old?
Oh no.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Oh.
Way too
That's
hot.
Oh yeah.
For Chad? How
yeah.
dare you?
He's more of a Jonathan
Listen,
Majors. I feel
I like Chad a lot, but he's no Michael B. Jordan. Let's be honest a second here. Yeah. You guys go out there and then
Who plays Ian?
oh, that's where you go into the old guys.
Wow.
Ian's easily the guy with Forrest Whitaker.
No, he's
Ving Rhames.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched Pulp Fiction a little bit last
Forrest
night.
Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker would be great.
No, he's got the wonk. I can't get past the wonky eye.
Yeah, you need to get down on 3
Paul
points.
Giamatti had a wonky eye. He's still good.
Does he have a wonky eye?
He does.
No.
No,
Yeah, he does.
not like
Steve
Forrest Whitaker.
Buscemi does. Yeah.
I believe Joe is confusing people.
100%.
You know who would have been great for Ian, but he's no longer with us, is Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Actually,
Michael Clark Duncan, not nearly as big as you think.
No, yeah.
Really?
Actually, he's way too old now, but is it John Amos, the father from
Good Times?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I love casting a movie. I love if you give me a situation to cast a movie. I wonder who would play Spanish.
Yeah. Who would play Joe and I if they did a pants movie?
So I know who plays Spanish is what's his name? His brother acts as well. His brother's in all the Adam Sandler stuff. His sister's Janice from The Sopranos. What's her last name?
Turturro.
Turturro. Yeah, the other
John
Turturro.
Turturro.
Not
Too
John.
old.
Not John. The other one.
Nicholas?
The little one.
Yeah.
Nick Turturro and what lady would play Joe?
Oh.
Joe is the sister from Roseanne plays Joe.
Oh,
No, Joe is what's his name? Uncle Nicky from
This Is Us.
This Is
Yeah.
Us. Yeah. Griffin Dunn.
That would
right?
that would be so funny.
All right.
The two of you. Mm-hmm. Turturro and Dunn.
Yeah. Life in the pantses.
Yep.
Right in your panhole.
Right in the panhole.
What do you got going on? What's the plan for the weekend?
I got no plans. I got no plans.
You going to the Wharton Chamberlain game tonight?
Maybe I will. Probably not though. Probably not.
Why are you teasing us?
Maybe I will. I don't know, maybe. I'll never tell.
If I go, I want to get a headset though, Carmen, so I can.
Okay, listen, you can sit with me. We can share.
So I can hit the place.
What?
You can share mine.
All right. I think I'm in.
No,
I'll bring
you
my
don't-
own walkie-talkie.
Yeah, you don't get one Spanish.
Oh, come on.
Did Joey? You came to my son's football game once, didn't you?
We both did.
Yeah.
You did?
I mean, I think I came with Spanish one time, but one time we were on our way to the Rolling Stones concert, and we went to the
that's what it was.
freeloader there.
Yep. And we stopped.
Did Mike buy your ticket for the high school game too?
Oh my God.
No.
He's
Yes.
relentless.
He just snuck in.
Yeah,
I did. I
No.
walked in the back. They thought I was a student.
Galvin?
Yes.
Can we talk about the sad situation?
Not really.
Oh, okay. I felt bad. A lot of people were talking about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. That's the end of the show today.
I'm in.
Happy Friday.
I got a lot to do today.
What do you got today?
So, because of the game tonight, I am making sandwiches for the bus ride. And then they're switching the jerseys that they were going to wear. And I found a way to clean the white jerseys for them. I found
With your homemade laundry detergent.
No.
By the way, there's kids now that are going out for football in Chamberlain. They're like, I don't even like football. She makes so much food. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Listen, the more the merrier and better for the team. No, so the white jerseys are pretty dirty. It looks like they wore them all last season and never once washed them.
Right.
And I found a baseball mom, and what she does for the white pants, because she says she has like 3 boys. They all play baseball. They wear white pants, and after 2 games, they're brown. Take them to the car wash, and you use the sprayer because they have the power spray.
Yeah.
And it will get all the dirt out. So I tried it with one of the jerseys yesterday. Dude, they look brand new.
Really?
So since they have to wear the white jerseys tonight because it's an away game, they were going to wear gold, but now they have to wear white. I have to go to the school, get all the jerseys, take them to the car wash, power wash them
How
at
many
the car
kids
wash.
on the team?
40.
Oh.
So I have to power wash 40 jerseys and then take them to the what's it
Dry
called?
them.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I have to take them to the laundromat and then dry them all and then go make the sandwiches and then take them.
Don't shrink them, Carmen.
No, I will not shrink them. Like I said, I did it. The only thing it doesn't get out is because there's 3 jerseys that are like covered in blood. And
my God.
Yeah.
I can't get the blood out. So
They
if
don't
anyone
have
knows,
washer and dryer in the clubhouse there.
not in the clubhouse. No, Chad has to walk from the very back, like from the locker room, all the way across the school to the very front, which
That's
is
crazy.
Which is almost a mile. It feels like I've walked with them. It is literally probably a half a mile of a walk.
Can I just buy these kids new jerseys?
All right.
So we looked it up, and a full set of one color is around $3,000.
Oh my God! For football jerseys?
Yes.
Yeah.
For a set for one color.
It's crazy.
And that's on the low end. Like it's probably more closer to like 4.
We got to get in the uniform business, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It can't cost that much to make those clothes.
And they don't have the names on the back in high school.
No,
right?
they don't.
They pass them on to the next kid.
All right.
I bought hockey jerseys for Joey's team one year because they didn't have them in time. Like the place was like, we're not going
Right.
to have our jerseys until the middle of the season, whatever. And I just went and bought jerseys for the team, but they were not expensive. Like I think I paid $1,000 maybe.
Well, so because like I was telling you the other day how I think it's like BSN is the company, but Nike owns the right to Hillsborough County sports. All the sports team has to wear Nike and they have to buy it from that one company.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
That's a scam, man.
It's a racket.
You
but
know why? Because somebody got some money in their pocket to make that decision. And Nike gets some money, but then the kids are the ones that are left out.
Somebody's
the
getting a
schools-
kickback for sure.
Hell yeah,
Right.
America.
Yeah. So like I said, I tried.
So what does Nike provide for the kids? I need to know.
The
Nothing.
name, that's
The
it.
name, yeah, they get to wear Nike. That's what it is.
That they bought.
And they didn't even but that's the thing. They're like, yeah, their fundraiser, their team buys it, has to buy it.
What
but
if they had Reebok jerseys? They wouldn't let them play?
they can't? Yeah, they can't wear them.
Yeah,
they
there's
would
a
have
lot
to,
of rules.
They would have to change into their old ones.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like you have to buy from I want to say it's BSN is the company. I don't know what it stands for, but they have to buy from that company too. They can't just go to the store and buy Nike jerseys and make their own.
Yeah, that company they probably charge extra what
They're
like a Nike jersey is like $100 on the Nike site, but it'll be $150 through this other site.
Yeah.
Competitive soccer is the same way. I just spent like $600 on my daughter's soccer gear.
Damn. By the way, speaking of which, the story that you put up on Instagram, was that your daughter saving the goal?
That was USF playing Florida State last night.
Okay, because I saw that and I was like, I know Gio said his daughter's goalkeeper.
No.
And stuff. That was a good save. I was like, wow.
Those were Division I college teams.
All right. Then I was right. They are good.
We went to watch them.
How much soccer do you have to watch?
Crazy, constantly.
Like every weekend?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, they
not that soccer. I mean, it could be softball.
I enjoy it. I like watching soccer.
Yeah. I liked watching Juliana play, but I watched them because they were little kids and they were just kicking the ball everywhere.
Yeah. Now that the level that my daughters are at, it's more fun because it's more fun to watch because it's it's real
They're
soccer.
actually good.
Yeah, and the players are good, and
What's your? Do you have a setup? Like I imagine you, as much as you go camping, you have a setup.
Oh, no, I usually stand the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get like anxiety. Not anxiety, I'm like excited, so I just stand and watch the games.
Take some ketamine.
Yeah, I'll sit halftime. I'll sit and chill.
I have one of those chairs that unfold, and
Yeah.
then I have a little fan that sticks on the back and blows mostly to keep the bugs away from my face.
My youngest daughter was a goalie, so I would always be standing down by the goal, just kind of watching things.
Yeah. The problem with all that is just that it's 9 million degrees.
It
out.
is,
It's not that it's that big of a deal, but it's.
Yeah, my brother, both his sons play football, and he has a tent with the Ryobi fans on it, and the chair with the cooler and the thing and the wheels and stuff. Yeah, get the setup.
You can get good setups.
So this is a long, convoluted story, but Sap called me up one day, and he said his girlfriend's family was having a party for the mother. It was a birthday or something like that, and they were having a big yard party, and it was supposed to rain. Did I have any tents he could borrow? And we had tents at the radio station that had the Buck logo on them that they used for the tailgate and stuff. So I lent him those tents. Then Tom went and got them back, and I didn't know, and I thought we never got them back, so I bought new ones. Now I'm in the data with tents.
Oh.
So anyway, I said to Tom, I'm going to the beach last weekend or whatever we went. Give me one of those tents. I'm going to take it out there so I could set it up. Have you ever set up one of those tents?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're a lot.
I took it out of the thing. I opened it up. I thought it was the one where the legs, they extend and you just pick it up. It wasn't. You have to put the top on first and then you have to crank the thing up.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway through, I stopped and I go, just leave it. And Amanda goes, what do you mean? I go, I'm just leaving it here.
Yeah, it lives here now.
So
I said to her, I go, I am not taking this back down and I am not putting it away. I go, just leave it here. Somebody will take it.
Yeah.
And then I turn my back and then about an hour later, I just hear noise behind me. I turn around and I go, what are you doing? She put the tent away and she goes, I knew you were never going to do it. I go, no, I was leaving it here. I was leaving it on the beach.
I think they have them now. So the other ones where you have to do this leg, do that, whatever.
That's fine.
But no, I think now they even have the ones where it's just in the middle and you push it and everything goes out on its own.
I've got a Bucks one that we use for camping and sometimes for soccer.
Maybe
and
that's
you
how
pull
you're
it out and
supposed
you
to
just
do
push
this
the middle and just pops out.
Maybe that's how I was supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out.
I think you were just doing it wrong.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was really annoying.
Did you call Cody or did he call you?
Cody?
What?
You're doing
Cody
it
Tucker.
wrong.
Oh.
I still don't get it.
You do a lot of stuff wrong.
Oh, yeah. I did Cody from yesterday.
Your communication is trash.
I
Is
heard
what
that.
the Spanish. I'm pretty sure that's what Spanish said. Spanish did not want me to bring that up.
I did not. You did it. This
Trash.
is the third time now.
Okay.
I called you last night.
Oh,
I texted you.
here we go.
You responded.
I did.
I asked you for something. You had it this morning.
I did.
Something I thought you would never find.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
I feel like I feel like my
communication.
communication was good. Your actions were great.
I mean, both were fantastic.
Here
Yeah.
he comes, the comeback kid.
Here he comes, the comeback kid.
I have questions to answer for people. Yesterday, Joe was doing his job duties as office manager, and he was taking the trash out.
Manager.
I did not know he was office manager.
Oh, he was
All right.
promoted after yesterday's show.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
Congratulations.
Promotion in name only, or did you get a bump in the?
Oh, no. I took a pepper out there by Ralphie earlier. That's
Three
my friend.
peppers. All right.
Little Bumsky.
Joe's the only one allowed to eat peppers at will.
Yeah.
Me and Ralphie shared some peppers out there.
I take a tent on the way out.
No.
You can if you want. We got extra tents.
Man said you could take any tent in the house.
All right.
So Joe wheeled the garbage cans down, and people are very confused as to why you separated them. And they're saying you kept them too far apart, and that you're making it hard for the truck to turn in the cul-de-sac.
All right.
Agreed.
All right.
Not true.
Who's saying this?
These are people online.
Okay, may I respond?
Yeah. I mean, I know the answer to it, but you can respond if you like.
Here is my response to those people. Number one, it says right there on the can, 4 feet apart.
Yes.
Number two, you cannot put those cans out. They have to be where they are because you are in a cul-de-sac and they can't get the rig around. They can't turn it sharp enough in order to get further back.
Right.
So that's where the cans have to be.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Joe, in the video, I said perfect placement.
I know you did. Thank you. I
showered you with compliments saying that nobody does this better than you.
It was all sarcasm, Joe. Don't listen to
No,
him.
you did a great job.
I still took it literally. Thank you.
Yep.
Good.
And you place them apart like they should be, and appropriate distance away from the curb so the truck can get them.
Yep.
And people were also mesmerized with the fact that I have 3 garbage cans. We got.
Oh yeah. Somebody asked if they only pick up the trash once a week. No. It's 2 times
a week.
And also, you guys, you have to remember, he has 12 refrigerators.
Of course,
where do you think all the wasted food goes?
Well,
I'm surprised he doesn't have more.
I have heard Gio say many times when it comes to trash, you're the trashiest.
I know. Yeah. Thank you.
So
great job, man.
I thought you did a good job, Joe.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Spanish did great.
Comeback king. Here comes the comeback king.
Spanish did great. Joe did great. I thought it was a good day for everybody.
We're back, baby.
Yeah, it's New Year. Here we go.
It's August, but
It's one day in a row.
Right.
Mark it on the dry erase board.
That's right.
One day in a row.
Mark it 0.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt.
Yeah, no injuries. No
Not on
nothing.
my watch.
We'll get a board. There's 0 days since there's been a
An
failure.
incident.
Oh man.
That was the joke.
We do need to put some of the origami shelves somewhere.
Yeah, we could do that. Whenever you're ready.
Saturday.
I can't do it Saturday.
oh, sad weirdos.
Well, what do you got going on
Sad
Saturday?
Weirdos, noon to 2.
Skip that.
This
is way more important.
I cannot
If
skip
Shark can do the show from Mexico, just do the show from here.
Yeah.
Do it while you're lifting stuff in the back.
I will not. I will not do
go
that.
on.
No, I can't.
Carrying boxes. It's cool, man. Just stop crying so much. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I will not say.
Trust the universe. Let the universe fix these shelves.
That's not how it works.
Do you know what's on the big show for tomorrow?
No.
Just more sad men crying?
No. Today I'm supposed to meet with Shark, so I'll find out today.
Why?
A meeting?
What do you mean?
Meetings with him?
Yeah.
You have meetings to go over what you can do on the show?
Yeah. And we
You
talk.
don't, you don't
hang
put
Have
that
you
much
guys-
prep into this show.
I was going to say, haven't you guys seen them driving around in the car doing their videos?
Yeah.
No.
They do. Is it pre-show or post-show Spanish?
That's after the
that
show.
you guys. Okay, so after the show, they like get in a car, get in one of their cars, and drive around and videotape, and they just.
Does he drive you home, or you guys just drive around in the parking
they-
lot?
Sometimes we just like to drive around.
And then they just talk about like the show and what they're grateful for and how they. And
That was
what,
one video that you
Okay.
saw.
Okay. Well, I've seen multiple videos. I didn't listen to them all. I've
Right,
just seen you
so
guys driving
then
around in the car.
Don't comment if you're not going to listen.
Oh, sad.
So you'd like
I
what
can
you
only
saw.
listen so much.
Oh, well, that's fine. That's not for you.
Sad weirdos, sad car ride.
Yeah. Seems
We
dangerous.
went to the pet store actually.
What?
What did you do there?
Well, he
Just-
was getting
just
stuff
look at
for
birds?
his. No, he was getting stuff for his dog.
What if you just turn the wheel a little bit?
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
On a bridge.
On the Skyway. Hard right.
aw.
You two are made for each other.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like your souls found each other.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my. I'm going to throw up trying to say that. I'm serious.
Yeah, that's nice. We are very similar in a lot of ways.
By the way, I threw up when Carmen said they were talking about what they're grateful for. Ugh,
Caramel.
blast.
Hashtag.
Wait, what?
Caramel.
I called you Carmel.
Yeah.
What-
Thank
what
you.
do you
I'll
do?
take it. I'm delicious.
Let's talk about it. What are you grateful for?
Like right off the top of my head, what I'm grateful for, I'm still grateful that I get to do this show with people that I would consider friends.
Who are
I was talking directly to Joe.
Oh, all
Okay.
right. That's one.
Yeah.
You said
you
friends.
said friends.
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. Then another thing I'm grateful for.
Who do you think is the tightest relationship on the show?
Me and Joe.
I don't
They
think so.
live together.
By
But
far.
that doesn't mean it.
Yeah, but
Who do you think?
Me and you.
Yeah?
Yep.
No.
100%.
no.
Galvin rejected it.
Tightest how? What do you?
We've been friends for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
We never fight.
Yeah.
We are on the same page on almost everything.
But you and Galvin aren't hanging out after
And-
the show and
and-
stuff.
Yeah.
That-
you
I mean,
fight.
I'm talking about up here.
Everybody fights.
We're on the same. Yeah, no. But in 18 years, how many times have we had a fight?
3.
Exactly.
That I remember.
And they
I
last
don't know.
5 minutes.
Yeah. How many fights do you think Joe and I have been in?
No,
over
17.
15 years.
Your
the
relationship
last
is symbiotic. You need each other.
and now the pantses are driving a wedge.
Yeah.
which is
That's
kind
true.
of
Yeah.
I think the pants are driving away.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Change the
Spanish told
dynamic.
me.
They're
Both-
wedgers.
Both legs in the pants.
How many fights, Michael?
Who?
How many fights do you think we've been in?
I know of anger, but I don't know about fights.
Oh, I mean, how many just today?
That is not a number, Gio.
Gio, by that definition, you and I have not stopped arguing for 5 years.
I agree with that number.
Yeah, that's not. That's
One-
one.
that's
not
one
of the
argument.
tighter relationships.
We've had 3 arguments this morning.
That's right.
We have been in 4 serious arguments.
I didn't mean like who's the best friend.
Well, you
I'm
said
saying
tight.
who's
Well,
tightest
yeah.
relationship. This.
What are your
Spanish and
parameters?
Joe.
Yeah.
Galvin and I are like a well-oiled machine that has never left the track.
Okay.
I don't think Galvin believes that.
No. I understand what he's saying there, but the fact that they spend so much
I didn't
more
mean
time
like who are
together.
best friends.
You and Galvin are like very different. Like what you do when the show's off and what Galvin does when the show,
Yeah,
totally different.
Totally different.
Like you guys are not going to do the same things on your
almost
time.
exact opposite.
Yeah.
He falls asleep in a chair and I run.
Yeah. He's going to shows. He's going.
He naps and I say I don't nap.
You're not doing any
You
of that.
say you
do.
don't have, I know.
Like you have very little in common.
I took a nap yesterday.
It's funny, but very similar in a lot of things. On paper, very similar. In real life,
I think that you guys, the fact you guys are the same age, that's
Same
where,
age.
That's where the similarities come
both
in.
from up north, Chicago, New York.
Yeah.
Both been in radio a long time. Both very aggressive with our opinions.
Hate most people.
Yeah,
I took a nap yesterday.
it's delightful, right?
Well, I came home. I had to drive to Sarasota after the show. Came back, was sick of driving, was tired, and we don't have to go pick up my daughter till 4:30. So I said to my wife at like 2:30, I'm gonna go take a nap until you have to get her from school. And she goes, "Well, I can just get her from school." I go, "Well, either way, just let me know." I woke up this morning. I slept all through the night.
Oh, you needed
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I woke up in the middle of the night.
Damn.
Got up, peed, watched TV for a little while, and then went back to sleep. But man, I put in
needed
some
to
time.
sleep.
I needed some sleep.
Aren't you amazed sometimes? Like everybody, you roll over, or you do this or whatever, you kind of wake up a little bit as you're sleeping and stuff. But the times where you sleep and you sleep straight through, nothing, no wake up, and you wake up and you're like, "Gah!
Yeah.
Oh, what year is it?" Like,
Yeah.
it seems like it's so long.
I got up at like 11:30 and texted my wife. I said, "What's for dinner?" I was out, man. I needed that.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
wrecked. I feel great today.
Where I went, speaking of what's for dinner, is has anybody been to La Hacienda? Is that what it's called? It's Dale Mabry, and it's right by that Fresh Market.
Grand Hacienda?
Where that Sam Ash is. What is that?
Yeah, I
Fletcher?
know the Fresh Market. That's
it Dale Mabry?
Barris and or Fletcher.
Right around there. Yeah, right around there. Is it Grand Hacienda? Sorry.
There is a Grand Hacienda that's on Dale Mabry.
The big house?
Anyways, it's Mexican, right? It was good.
Really?
Yeah, Grand
Yeah,
Hacienda's
yeah.
good.
I went to Taco Bell yesterday.
Dude, Taco Bell.
You'll never go wrong with Taco Bell.
Listen, you're not going to regret it in the moment, but later on you don't feel as good about it. But
Yeah.
while you're eating it, it's it's the tops.
The best.
I'd go there again.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, they are threatening. They're bringing back the Mexi Melt. That is,
It's gonna
that's gonna mess some stuff up.
Yeah.
That's gonna mess some stuff up for it. I can easily drive past a Taco Bell knowing they don't have
Yeah.
the Mexi Melt. Once they have the Mexi Melt,
Game over.
It's gonna be hard.
I don't even know that I got what I ordered yesterday. And I was
Yeah.
so very happy with it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, like you literally could go there and go, surprise me.
Yeah.
Here's $20.
Give me
Surprise me.
number 3.
Yeah, you're not going to be mad. Here's $20. Give me some stuff in a
Surprise
bag.
me.
Yeah, make sure it's got some cheese, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Are we still boxing?
Nah.
Oh,
What happened?
Nah. I mean, we talked about it for a little bit. Nothing really happened. I can't live in that high emotional state all the time, needing to be ready
set
at
a
a moment's
date.
notice.
Set a date.
Nah.
Next Friday,
No thanks.
Forfeit.
for the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
No, I don't feel like this now because I feel like you're not getting welching out because you're scared. You're welching out because you feel confident that you could beat me. You don't have to prove anything.
That, and I don't feel like training, and I don't feel like getting hit.
I feel like hitting you.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do.
You don't
And
ever
would.
feel like hitting me?
Not really.
It's like he feels you're like an unworthy opponent.
Right.
Yeah.
Is what I get.
That's what
I'm going
not
to
worth his time.
I'm going to quote myself from yesterday's show and just say,
I'm a
Gio,
horrible communicator.
I really hate you sometimes.
I know you don't mean that.
I don't mean that. But no, I don't feel like you're an unworthy opponent.
Is he not one of the friends you were talking about?
No, he's not. No, he's not, my friend.
No friends, huh?
No, yeah.
Shocking.
But I don't. I just, I mean, I don't really want to hit you. I forget who.
Why
it
do
was.
I want to hit you so much?
It's so sweet he didn't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's not what.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it feels
damn
bad.
it. I don't know why I talk.
It's like, look at Michael. I could not hurt him.
I forget who it was. Somebody said it right though. Like I don't have that rage with you. Like I had it for Nervous Jared. I had it for Crying Ryan. I didn't have it for Martine, but I also
What
trained.
about the fry cook? Were you raged?
I did want to hurt. Yeah, I did want to hurt the fry cook.
Crying Ryan was so like I was right
Where's
there
that guy?
next to the ring and watching it, and I was like, "What is he doing?
Dude.
Why is he in here? What is happening?" Spanish hit him, and he immediately turned away, and I went,
Yeah.
"Oh no!"
He ran away the whole
Crying
time.
Ryan.
That
Punched
had to have been
behind
the
him
first
'cause-
time he'd been
Yeah.
punched in the face.
It was.
Yeah.
Before the fight, we're standing waiting to be announced by Galvin, and I overheard. This is when I knew I won. I overheard his trainer tell somebody else, "Oh no, we haven't sparred yet. I didn't feel like he had to." And I was like, "Oh,
that
you're
was gonna
done,
be
bro."
that was gonna be my question. I didn't think that he had ever sparred
No.
or threw any punches or anything. He just thought he was. I don't know
Yeah.
whether he thought he was gonna get in there and it was gonna be like a joke
I don't know.
or what the situation
I
was.
think he just wanted to get it over with.
Yeah, I think so.
I respect him for doing it.
Yeah, give him credit for getting in there, but yeah, it was rough.
So many girls.
Much like if Spanish fought you.
So many girls hit me up that he was hitting up after because I said everything that I was like, God damn, this kid. Yeah.
What do you mean?
You remember the whole reason I wanted to fight him is because
He was a crap talker.
Yeah, I was banging that chick, and then he was like, he was trying to slide into her DMs and talked all this trash about
Right,
me. Yeah,
remember that,
and then and after we fought, there were like 4 or 5 other girls that were like,
said the same
he does
thing.
the same thing to me with so and so this guy, and then I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that guy was
when you were
scumbag.
banging that chick, you just told him to leave the room. It wouldn't be fine.
That's all.
Just ask him nicely. He probably would've left.
Put the Batman costume
Or
on.
turn away. He's used to turning away.
Yeah.
So look away. Look away.
yeah. That girl just had a baby, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yours?
Which one is this?
The one that I was sleeping with back in the day. I don't want her to say her name. You remember her. Carmen remembers her.
I'm sure I would. I just can't remember right now. I
Yeah.
don't know her name.
Mm-hmm.
You've had so many.
Yeah,
Who is it?
you know her, Carmen.
You know.
From the cruise.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Spanish.
Carmen will hear you.
It was the one with the one.
I can hear. Listen, I had a lot of phone calls helping me with the Jersey situation.
Oh, what do you got?
So someone said for the blood, you
I thought you meant somebody was donating jerseys. Not that you're gonna.
No, they were teaching me how to clean it. So I was getting a lot of.
Listen, Carmen, I've gotten a lot of blood out of a lot of things. Here's what you do.
Someone said you use meat tenderizer and water and you make like a paste. Unseasoned
I
meat
think
tenderizer.
I think you leave the blood on the shirt. That makes it so much cooler.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Like a kid can't wear that because it's someone else's blood, and even though it's like old and they can't really get anything from it, the refs wouldn't let them wear that.
I mean, how then do they not buy them new jerseys?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. I just started doing all this year. I don't have the answers. I'm just trying to help with a solution and figure out the problem.
You got to get some teen parents and stuff to volunteer.
So we have some.
These kids don't even know their parents.
And
no, some of them
yeah. Some of them don't though. A lot of them don't, and a lot of them, like there's one kid, very sweet, always at practice, but his mom works 3 jobs, and he literally
one of them wasn't on the laundromat.
But he lives at the school. He's there before practice, during practice, after school, after practice, because he has to wait for his mom to come get him and stuff. But she works 3 jobs, but that is the situation of a lot of these kids. So, like I said, I'm just trying to help figure out a solution for the problems that they have. What that I can do that's not gonna, cost me a fortune. And going to the car wash and pressure washing their jerseys is one of those things that I can do, to make sure that they don't look like some dirty scrubs at their
I'm gonna scout.
game tonight.
I'm gonna scout Wharton and see what we're working with tonight, so we can see if we can win.
Do you think, Carmen,
Win that
that
game.
you'd want to have kids now?
No, I'm not like 100% never. Like if
Used to be.
Well, I'm saying at this stage, like I don't think I would get an abortion.
Oh my God!
What's going on?
Oh my God!
What just happened? How did that?
What?
I don't even know what.
Where am I?
Came up.
That escalated quickly.
Happy Friday, everybody.
I'm sorry, shush-mortion.
That was great.
I'm just saying, like in my 20s, like that was 100%. I was driving across the country if I
we used to
needed
call that boom boom tequila stairs.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you just
But
let it ride.
Yeah, but
good
I'm
for
not
you.
drinking anymore. I don't throw myself down the stairs every day. So I'm just saying, if it happens, it happens. But I'm also not trying, and I'm not like planning by any means.
So you're just willing to go along with God's plan.
No, I am just sick of throwing myself down the stairs and drinking tequila.
Carmen
I can't do
wants
it
a
anymore.
Baby. She wants a baby. She wants a baby.
No.
Here it comes, the comeback baby.
I really don't. I really do not want a child.
You're gonna be a great mom.
I'd love to be an uncle.
Listen,
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to be an uncle.
I have 40 kids right now. and
I mean, at
that's
your
enough.
age, though, at your age, it's now or never.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm still okay with never. I am okay with
It
never.
won't bounce back after that. Yeah. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just being realistic. Hello.
Yeah, I was going to tell Carmen that peroxide really gets old blood out, too.
Because this guy's a murderer.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I've got a lot of that.
I bet. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello? All right, yeah. What can we do for you? All right. I don't even know why I tried. I'll take a break. It's Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. The clean ladies are here. I've never seen them before because I'm always in here, and they're gone by the time I get out of here. And I just went in there to go to the bathroom, and they refused to look at me. They wouldn't even make eye contact.
I told you that whenever I went to the bathroom, and I go, "Oh man, you got them trained well."
I never even met them before,
Yeah,
so I
wow.
went in. They were in the kitchen. I went in the pantry to get something. And when I came out, they were looking and they looked away, and I went, "Hi," and then she was like, "Hello," and then that was it. And then I was like, "Wow, they're like they don't even want to have anything to do with it."
I love it.
But I don't mind it. But I'm wondering what the hell they think is going on in here.
I don't know.
Oh, they don't want. Yeah, they don't question it.
Just a room with a bunch of dudes coming and going.
Yeah.
So you have the two kids' bedrooms, you have the master bedroom, and then upstairs bedroom. And upstairs bedroom is a mess, and they don't know who's sleeping in there. They must wonder if there's another kid here or what goes on. They have no idea. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, 5 guys are coming from the garage. They have no idea what's going on.
No, they wonder. I know they look at Joe and I, or maybe just me, and they always wonder, are you a child here, or where did you come from?
Right, like they don't know if you're the kid that sleeps upstairs.
Yeah.
I always wonder what. I mean, I guess your neighbors know though. But whenever I walk out with my laptop in the bag, and I walk out and get in my car and leave, they're like, "This guy wearing shorts and carrying a briefcase. Like, what is happening? What is this guy doing?"
I'm fortunate where right now, the way it is now, my neighbors are very cool. Both sides of me, all the way through the whole cul-de-sac, they're all pretty cool. I don't really know a lot of people, but the ones that moved in are great. The one that lives over there is great. So
Makes a huge difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
These people are such dicks that lived here, and I'm not the guy. My wife was like, "Please don't make my life miserable by fighting with them." And I'm like, "I'm not going to fight with them. It was so much nicer to have nice neighbors."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My neighbors, a lot of them are just kind of wave to.
That's fine.
There is Robin, who is a very nice guy that I talk to every once in a while whenever I'm out there. But there is a older Indian couple that lives probably like 4 or 5 houses down, and the woman is always walking. She's always walking and talking on her cell phone, and she wears a big sorry, right?
Yeah.
Wears that, and she walks. When I pull into my driveway, I do this. I kind of go out and in, you know what I mean? Because my wife's car is there, so I go out and in. And she was walking, and I went out, and she thought I was going to run her over. She looked at me and I was like, "Hi, I'm just doing my little thing."
I told you before, I've lived in my house for 8 years, and the neighbor next to me knows my name, always says hello by my name. I have no idea what his name is.
So
and either does my wife, and we can't figure out how to like get his name without being obvious that
easy. Steal the mail.
Yeah,
Just go in the mailbox.
No, because then you grab the wrong piece of mail and you're like, "Hey, Ted." And
right. So we always trying to figure out a way to like get the name.
If it is Ted, this would be a bad one as well. Hey, remind me, how do you spell your name? T-E-D, like every other Ted ever.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
All right.
You know who got me good with that? Jack Harris. When I was an intern, and I had to work with Jack Harris one day, and he goes, we talked for about 5 minutes, and he goes, "Then what's your name again?" And I go, "Mike." He goes, "No, I know Mike. What's your last name?" He didn't know Mike.
Yeah.
I said, "Calta." He's like, "Is that Italian?" And he totally threw me out. That's a smart move.
That is a good move. Yeah.
You can't be to your neighbor. What's your last name?
I've had full conversations with this guy, and I don't know his name.
Well, you could do last name to him because you can go, "What is your name?" And whenever he says Bill, and you go, "No, last name, whatever." And whatever he says, go, "Oh, for some reason I thought it was like a Polish last name or a German last name." Something like that.
That is a great
That would be
idea.
bad,
But you could also say that you had a piece of mail and be like, "What?" and say, "What's your name?" He'll say Bill, and be like, "No, your last name." And be like, "Oh no, I have something for William blank, different last name,
but I don't
different
know if
neighbor."
it's Bill.
But that's what I'm saying. Whatever
he
his
says,
name,
he'll
if it's Richard,
go, "What is your name?" And he'll say John, and then you go, "Oh, what's the last name?"
That's awkward. It's awkward.
There are times that I'll sit in my car in the driveway because he's out there, and I don't want him to awkwardly.
It's impeding on your life.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. You need to get one of your junk jockey friends to come over.
Yeah.
And when you see him, be like, "Hey, this is my friend from Junk Jockey, Steve." And then he goes, "What's your name?" And he does the friend for you.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So you do the setup.
I'm just throwing this out there. Or you could just be honest and say you don't know his name.
No.
You can say, "I
Don't
know
do
we live
that.
together."
You're a bad neighbor. You're a bad neighbor.
I mean, I'm not a bad neighbor. I'm
Don't
honest.
do that, and don't do that on the most listened to morning show in all of Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You're not
No.
allowed to do that.
It's been 8 years. My kids go over there and help them all the time. I've had
do?
Ask them.
full conversations. I had my son went over there and he asked my son if he'd help him get some stuff out of the attic, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." And I go, "Dude, you got to find out what his name is when you go over there." He's like, "I don't know what to say."
Your neighbor,
I hope
who
he
you-
listens to the show
Oh, no.
and he's
your
listening
neighbor
to this.
who you don't know his name is asking your son to go in his garage for him and into his attic.
Yeah.
I don't even ask my son to do that.
He was asking him to get. He was getting some Christmas decorations down, and he asked him. He's an
Is he
older.
older?
Man. Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
older man. Yeah.
They had a.
He doesn't have a camera video guy to do it. So.
Oh, all right.
They had a skit on Saturday Night Live, and it was what is his name that's been on there forever? The black kid,
Keenan?
Keenan, yeah. And he comes out and he's dressed as a doorman. It's a game show, and he goes, "I've been your doorman for 18 years.
yeah.
I helped your son when he skinned his knee. This and that, blah blah blah. I get the car, your door from your car every day. What's my name?"
Oh yeah, dude. If he said that, like they went out of town and he paid my daughter to water his plants while they were gone and stuff. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Right, and they were in the house.
no, it was out. It was all
Oh.
outside. But yeah, so super nice guy.
That's my neighbors. They took care of Ralphie for me. Fed Ralphie while I was away for a
Yeah.
couple of days. That was awesome of them.
So I'm always like, "Hey man, how are you?"
I know my other neighbor. I know her, but I don't know her husband's name.
Yeah.
He's just not very talkative, so I don't really see him.
Call him Quiet Jim. Easy.
But that's the thing. They all got like I know old Chinese guy next door. I don't know that he's Chinese or really how old he is, but he's old Chinese guy.
Call him that though. To his
I don't.
face.
I don't know how he got my name though, because I don't remember like a formal introduction. He just would start seeing me in the driveway and say, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, George, what's up?"
probably talked to your wife, and she told him.
No, she
doesn't know either.
She don't know either. We all the time are trying to figure out ways to figure out his name.
You're horrible people.
Yeah.
Oh, here come all the phone calls.
Or
I
he
hope-
knows. He knows because he listens.
Gio, there's a full board of phone calls. I swear to God, I hope one of them is your neighbor.
Oh man.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta Show?
No, that's not your
That's
neighbor.
not him.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell Gio just to go to the Hillsborough County property records and look up the address, and then you can get their name.
That's brilliant, sir. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Thank you very much. I remember
All right.
we were talking to Wendy Ryan from ABC Action News when she first moved here to the city, and we were trying to figure out how much money she made. And then before the conversation was even over, Beavis told us how much her house was worth. I was like, "How do you know that?" He goes, "You just go to the property appraiser's website, put it in, and you get." That's why I never try to hide my address, because you could just find it out in 5 seconds with the internet. So
I'm getting that a lot now. People are texting me. that they went to the property appraiser site.
All the phone calls dropped off.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they're all going to say.
Some guy named Dan is texting me and saying, "It's me, idiot." I'm your neighbor.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, what's up?
I have an idea of how he can get the neighbor's name.
All right.
So the homeownership is public record, right?
Yeah.
So
Somebody had just suggested that.
Yeah.
Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. So you just go look it up.
I still want to be like a creep on the internet.
But no, you still got the other thing is you still got to worry about the house being in somebody else's name.
Yeah,
like, what if his name is Fred and you go, "Hey, how are you, Lincoln? Nice to see you."
Yeah.
And he's like, Lincoln
Yeah.
my great grandfather who bought the house. You know?
No. You look like Abe Lincoln.
Something. There's still some uncertainty there that you got to worry about.
It's just better to just be like, "Hey, guy, what's up? Hey,
yeah,
man,
that's
what's
the
up?
idea. Yo, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, how are you?"
That's the thing. Like, you find out his name and maybe but keep going with "Hey, guy" or "Hey, neighbor" type of thing, and then just one day just say it and see if he turns his head or something.
I offered to give my daughter $20 one day if she'd go get his mail out of the.
Awesome.
I'll go next door and get the mail. Just look at the name and just come back with me.
You want to do it?
Yeah, she's like, "No, I'm not doing that."
I'll do it.
I knew a guy who called everybody Stames. What if you just call him Stames? What up, Stames?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Call him a different name. Like, say, "What's up, Kevin?" And he's like, "My name's Gary." He could be like, "Oh, I call you Kevin special."
Next time he says hello to you and he says, "Hey, George," go, "Actually, do you know my nickname's Gio? Do you have a nickname?"
Yeah, and he goes, "It's just short for my first name."
Yeah, he definitely doesn't listen to the show.
How do you know?
By now,
I don't like when you live in my reach. I don't like when you live in my reach.
You never know. I'm always surprised.
Maybe he just doesn't know it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe it would. I think it would have come up by now if he knew that was me.
If you're Gio's neighbor, George and Wesley Chapel. If you're Gio's neighbor, please say hi to him today and tell him your name.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be weird.
Because I did have a neighbor that listened to the show, and right away they were like, "Oh my gosh."
You don't think he told the other neighbor?
Maybe. I don't know. That was the old neighbor.
I don't think my neighbors listen to the show.
No.
Do you know anyone's name in the neighborhood?
Well, no. The house next to me is a woman that it used to be her mother's house, and she doesn't live there. So it's just almost like a vacant house.
Oh.
She comes on the weekends. They take care of it and stuff, but there's nobody really there. So I only have one neighbor.
Joe, sounds like they need a squatter in there.
Okay.
Do they already have cats?
Yeah, because I'm in.
This house across the street from me, the one that used to look like it was haunted, I don't think anybody lives there, but
Really?
the guy owns it.
I mean,
They live in England.
Yeah.
And I know. They live in England, and they own this house, and they come here every once in a while, but I never see them ever.
During the home invasion, I met the entire cul-de-sac. They're all very nice.
It was interesting that they happened to be here during that time.
Yeah, everybody came out.
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you, if I'm not going to do this, but if I was to squat in that house, when they came home, I could live in that attic and they would never know I was home until they left.
You know, you hear them and you walk across the street.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
I would think that I'd want somebody to live there if we lived in England just to take care of the house. I mean, the house is well maintained, their lawn is done, and all that stuff. But I mean, I would want somebody in there.
I know you don't want to hear about dreams, Galvin, but I had this recurring dream for 3 weeks in a row where I'm living in somebody else's house in their attic in one of those fake rooms where it looks like a wall and you open it up and there's a room in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep having this dream.
You're living in somebody else's house and then the family moves in.
But in the attic.
I'd like to point out that you literally just did. I know that you've probably already seen this, and then they send it to you in direct message. I know you hate direct message.
I know. I know. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for me to make myself feel better.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Definitely was interesting.
Hey, speaking of Spanish squatting in houses, he don't even know how to use a toilet. It's the first thing you learn in life is how to sit on a toilet, Spanish.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Is it, guy? What's wrong with you?
That's a burn on you.
Yeah.
You sit backwards on the toilet, and you leave streaks.
What's incredible to me is people actually believe you when you say that I sit reverse cowgirl.
I believe you do. I believe you do.
I bet you guys do.
100%.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I was trying to let Gio know he can get the guy's name on the local property appraiser's website.
Yeah, all right, thank you. We heard it 5 times already. Good morning. Hello.
That's me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, why don't you just ask him to say his name fast 3 times, he'll stumble by the 3rd time. Just say, hey, if you say his name fast 3 times, you'll stumble by the 3rd one, and then, you'll get the name out.
What are we in third grade?
Let it die.
Okay.
Just let it die.
I'll do that today.
Beetlejuice.
Or just go, let's play a game. George, banana. Now you're
I've got so many ideas now. Now I just want to go home and try these out.
How will this end?
What's that?
How will this end?
I said
He's not going to do anything.
probably not. Yeah, I've lived there, like I said, almost 8 years, and we still don't know.
Can you
It's been 8 years and you don't know your neighbor's name.
can you give me the address? I'll find out for you in 2
And
seconds.
I literally talk to him at minimum twice a week, maybe more.
Just go out there with a pen and paper and go, let's see who can write their name the fastest.
Tell them to sign a petition for something.
Tell them you're a sex offender.
Wait a minute. No.
Because we both get home at like the same time, so we're crossing paths almost every day.
Yeah.
I literally sit in my car because I don't want the awkward confrontation.
Oh, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I think it's shit.
Whoa! You can't say those words.
Why?
Was that?
What happened, Medicine Man?
Yeah, I know, but you said the S word.
See?
I mean, my stomach is bothering me.
But why do you have to say it out loud? Are you with somebody?
No,
So you
man.
just talk out loud.
I hit my head on the table and like, oh, damn.
I joined the Medicine Man Facebook page.
Yeah, I love it.
I've so much fun.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I love it.
What are you doing this weekend?
Doing a bunch of things. Either I might go to Hippie Fest or maybe to see Joe Bonadonna.
I'm sorry, who is playing?
I mean, Joe Belladonna.
That was like a combination of Joe Bonamassa and
Yeah.
Joey Belladonna.
Yeah, it was wild.
Joey Bonadonna.
Can you go talk to my neighbor?
What about
Yeah, I would.
what is Hippie Fest?
Hippie Fest is tomorrow in Tropic Springs with Joey and the Superstars opening up. And, of course, there's another band in the Black Honkies.
Yeah, you should go to that.
Are you talking about Ronnie and the Superstars?
Ronnie D, yeah.
So it's Ronnie D and the Black Honkies. That's a good lineup.
And there's another band in between. I forget who they are.
You should go to that. I think you'll enjoy that the most.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
I heard
you.
about Jack Russell passed away, too.
I didn't like him. You like him?
Who?
Forget it.
Greg Roy and the Pressure is the other band. Ronnie D and the Superstars, Greg Roy and the Pressure, and the Black Honkies are all going to be at the Hippie Fest.
Nope. No, I mean, I don't know Greg Roy, but that sounds like a good lineup.
Starts at 2. Ronnie D goes on 3:30.
3:30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's day gigs. Ooh. Lauren Boebert or Anna Paulina Luna?
Lauren Boebert.
Anna Paulina Luna.
Boebert.
Really?
Boebert all day.
Well, after you see the
You
video,
know she's dirty.
in the video where she's grabbing the guy's, ween, and he's grabbing up on the Boeberts.
She's
right in the theater.
She's to me, she's smoking hot.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Anna Paulina Luna is gorgeous, but she's
You had to choose.
She's not dirty like this one
No,
is.
she's got the. You see the tattoo she's got?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. She's got a full from crotch up to her right boobie. She's got a whole bunch of it's like tribal stuff.
It is.
Now,
Even
Gio,
though
was
it's
that
tribal.
video that you shared with us, was that real?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said too, Carmen.
That's
until I wound up seeing her other pictures, I was like, oh, so that was real.
It's like
Yeah.
6-7 years old though. It's not recent.
It's
Okay.
Anna Paulina Luna in a MAGA bikini. And in this video that I have here, I don't know if it shows the whole thing, but she turned around. She's got a pretty good butt shot on it. I mean, she's hot. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. She's smoking hot. But having had her on the show and talking to her, I don't think she's nearly as dirty as Boebert is. But man, she looks good in that bikini. She definitely does crunches.
Yeah, the left was trying to shame Anna Paulina Luna and Boebert because they're wearing bikinis, I guess.
Yeah, some guy wrote,
that's the thing they're going for.
"Oh, Congresswoman should ever be dressing like this." And I'm like, in a bathing suit?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
So they can't enjoy the beach
Right.
ever?
Yeah.
Right, and also it's like you can't do anything fun anymore without people getting all.
Yeah.
I just wrote back to the guy. I go, "Too much for you, big guy.
Yeah.
You can't handle it."
And
Is that what it is?
I had Anna Paulina Luna was like, big shocker, guys. I live in Florida. We go to the beach a lot. There's lots of bikinis and bathing suits there.
Yeah.
I don't understand if
Yeah.
you got the body.
I did see a good burn the other day. You know how everybody's back and forth, Democrat, Republican, all this stuff, whatever. And it said guys that are going to vote for Kamala Harris have a small penis. And then it wrote back and it said Trump supporters worry about other guys' penis size. Oh, that's a burn.
That was good. I don't know. I saw the Anna Paulina thing and I thought it was pretty hot. And then when Boebert put this out, I was like, all right, I'm back.
They
I'm
stand
back in
together.
action.
I love it.
So, but Anna Paulina, she had that. We asked her flat out on the show. She had that thing that she was a stripper and she did, and she was a bartender in a strip club. But Bobert was like one of those local, like car wash models or whatever.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen those pictures before.
Yeah.
Well, big deal. You managed to get out and
it's wild who
pulling
gets
over.
into office.
No,
Some of
yeah,
the different
it's
people.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm calling. I heard the conversation this morning about the shirts and the expense of them for the football team.
Yep.
And I'm a printer down at Fort Charlotte. I'm willing to help out. I was wondering maybe if you can talk to Dom to look at that contract and see if there's some kind of loophole.
I don't think anybody's going to start, fighting contracts in court and all that stuff. It's just too much of a hassle. I appreciate your offer, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, it's just going to be too much of a pain in the ass, and we don't want to cause a
Just gotta
ruckus
try
for the
and
school.
raise
Yeah.
some money for the schools,
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, though. We'll come up with something. I think we'll figure out something.
And again, because Chad just became the head coach 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
a lot of this is new for him. It's very new for me. And that's the other thing. We don't want to ruffle feathers, before the season even starts.
Sure.
We just want these kids to be able to play, but also, wear the same number.
Or Carmen, you
No.
file a claim and you say that one of the kids got hepatitis from wearing the other kid's bloody jersey.
Bloody jersey.
And then Nike's going to be like, we couldn't afford new Nike jerseys. Then Nike goes, we'll give you new jerseys. We don't want any more kids getting hepatitis.
Monkeypox is hot right now.
Monkeypox
Okay.
is it. Yeah. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. I want to remind everybody that we have an intro song for this show called So Many Mike, and it is done by a band called Peelander Z. They come from the planet Peelander.
Yes.
And Peelander Yellow and his band are going to be at the Tabernacle of Oddities on Saturday, and I believe this weekend in Ybor City, and I believe that Peelander Z is playing this event on Saturday at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. I would like to go to that.
Yeah.
That is something I would like to do. I don't know that Joe, if I go, you're my rider on this one.
Okay.
You're my wingman on
I'm
this.
down, Michael.
Do I have to
I
take
can't drive you.
No, I'll drive him. I mean, he's
said
like my
rider.
wingman.
No, but it's Joe plus 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do we have to take the whole Pants family?
No, we do not. Have
Yes.
to
I
take
don't mind. I'm just
All right.
saying.
All right.
Can you wear shorts?
You're going to have more people with you
Yeah,
that are in Peelander Z.
It's going to be Pantslander Z.
Okay. Well, that sounds nice.
It's happening in Ybor City. It's a Tabernacle of Oddities, which I think you would enjoy anyway, Joe.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And Peelander Z is going to be performing on Saturday afternoon at 6 p.m. It's free for anybody who has a ticket to the show. There's also
Is there anyone with them?
Well, there's other. You want to hear the lineup?
Yeah.
Dr. Bill Kimberlin will be speaking about the most prolific serial killers.
Love him.
And bringing some of his collections of death row artwork that he continues to get daily. Then there's a florist. Oh no, it's a band called Florist, I guess. Heavy stoner psych sound. I don't know. I'm just reading.
It's at the Cuban Club.
Yeah,
Is
in
where they're
Ybor.
doing it.
Noah Hathaway is having a Q&A panel, and an actor best known for his role in Atreyu. Atreyu in the 1984 film The Never Ending Story.
How about this? Did you know? So Peelander Z is bringing back Black Sunday service. A priest from the Church of Satan will be there.
Yes, Black Sunday is a ritual performance by a historic tradition of the Church of Satan on that Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'm not going to that.
On that note.
Already?